Live, by the way.
Oh,
I was thinking about
live?
going on like a 3-day fast. Not on like no Ramadan
Yeah.
shit, but just like I don't know. I need to lose weight anyway, but like I've been working out, back working out and shit again. I just want to challenge myself, see how many days I can do without nothing to eat, like solid.
How many days you in the gym?
I try to work out at least 4 or 5 times a week, but I don't go to like the
Yeah.
actual gym. I be working out at the crib
Mhm.
because I had bought mad weights and shit during COVID. Like I've still got mad
Yeah.
weights during that time. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
not eating and working out though, that's kind of risky, though.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
All right.
Like if I was to do like a 3-day fast, I wouldn't be working out during.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Be a
Maybe
massive
go outside for. Oh yeah, that would be crazy.
cut.
That would be sick. Question of the day.
I was about to talk crazy about Kofi, but what's crazy is I know he still got the headphones on, so whatever he is in the crib, he's still gonna hear it.
Nah, it'd be
But-
funny as hell to hear him running back to the computer because
Yo,
you're
we've
talking
been cleaning. We've been cleaning that guy up in Monopoly. Yo, it's crazy because he got a little head start. So like, let me explain shit real quick. So we've been playing dice, right? A little Monopoly.
Yeah,
And it was 4 of us. It was 4 of us, me, Kofi, one night, and Lo. And he just got a grip on them 2 guys, man. I don't know what he be massaging their backs,
hey,
you know what I mean? Giving them a little under
what
the
you mean
table
like
action.
they be folding whenever y'all play?
Bro, he just I don't know why or how, but he just be the deals that he offers is crazy, and they just take it, or you know what I mean, they try to step on my deals and then sweeten up Kofi. So he been manipulating the guys. So he been manipulating the guys, right?
I told you he's
But
gonna
as soon as we got some fresh blood in there, we got Vision and Strat in there. He been on a losing streak. He ain't.
What's the score?
Yo.
Why don't you just tell everyone the score then? Exactly. You
Why do we tell him the score in the past 3 days? Why do we tell him the score in the past 3 days?
Tell the score right
he
now.
said, "What
Tell
have
the
you
score.
done lately?" He's saying what you had done lately, so that's what he's saying. Like,
Please.
what's the past 3
And
days?
another
score?
thing is, Jay, man, you know, I've been winning the past few championships, so I mean, I'm public enemy number 1, so they don't offer me no sweetness. They be trying to step on me.
Yo, I didn't bring you on this podcast to bullshit, Tony. I didn't bring you over here to come here and spew your bullshit, brother.
Yo.
By the way, you signed that document, bro? You know what I mean?
Yeah. The tax document signed. The tax document signed. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Make sure you didn't did you get any lawyers to read through like all the pages or like?
No. I just signed it. You told
that?
me I gotta sign it by today, so
I
didn't have time. I didn't have time to sign it.
By the way, now I own all your content and it has to be uploaded on my channel, bro. Just letting you know. You just signed a 360. You just signed a 360. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Holy.
Right, hold up.
Oh, shout out to that man, yo.
Shout out to Black Bond. There ain't no problems with Black Bond, bro. Ain't no problem.
I ain't gonna cap. I was watching that nigga stream.
They said
when he said that he signed a document and then the next morning he was fired.
At 9 a.m.
Notice of termination, the headline.
That's funny as hell, man.
VG a cold boy, bro.
Cold,
VG a cold
man.
boy.
Yeah. They said he's looking for a job, Kofi. You hire him, bro.
Don't put me on the spot, brother. Don't put me on the spot.
This is the craziest era in the crumb side of YouTube right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, facts.
I've
really
never saw this coming, but
it's so many branching stories like going on right now.
A lot of context. You got to know.
You really do.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, yo. I think it's actually pretty tame. Back in the day, I felt like the crumb side was great. Look, if you're like into drama, the crumb side. What year? Maybe.
Oh, like fucking.
What year? What?
08? 09?
Nah.
Oh, you talking about
after that? 2015.
Maybe around maybe
20,
maybe around that era. Anywhere between like the start of the PS3. I mean the PS4 generation.
PS4.
Like the 4
that
years.
Transition.
That the crumb side was on fire at that time. If you're looking for drama at that point, that time.
Console war was hot, man. That shit was exciting, bro.
Definitely.
PS4, Xbox.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. Okay, we are live, and
okay. We got
are live. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Let us know if the audio is good. You know what I mean? Let us know if the audio is good. Okay, let me see if everything is recording.
I watched the fucking comparison video between the 9070, was it XT, and then the 5080. In terms of like raster performance, that shit was like neck and neck. But ray tracing is where the difference come in. But it was just crazy because the 5080 is like 1,000 MSRP. You can't even get it for that price though. Like you lucky to find it for like 1,500 American dollars. But
Not worth
PC
it.
market's nasty. It's the PC market right now is nasty.
It's
nasty.
terrible.
It's
Fucking
nasty.
terrible.
Right now, the PC market is disgusting. That's all I gotta say.
Staying on consoles.
The prices, the prices through the roof. You know what I mean? As well as I don't know what Tony's guy, Mr. Trump. You know what I mean?
Oh, the tariffs.
He's saying, but
That's not my guy. Stop putting him on my jacket, bro.
Ain't your guy no more?
He's putting 25% tariffs
Absolutely
on
not,
almost
absolutely not.
everything, aluminum, all of this. It's about to jack up the prices of these cards even further. Maybe even consoles might even get a little price increase at this rate. So it's about to be nasty out here. I'm about to be nasty out here for real. Let me shout out a couple people in the chat as people start to stroll in. Yeah, we are a little late today. That's my bad too. It was a very
Not
busy
me this
day,
time.
Yeah, today's not Jamie's fault, but I want to shout out a couple people in the chat. So say what up in the chat if you're here watching us live. As you guys can see, the template looks a little different. We hiring right now. We hiring 2 more panel members. You know what I mean? We're hiring 2 more panel members. So we're gonna be doing some good gaming interviews, man. We're gonna weed out some folks and see who's the best. You know what I mean?
The fraud.
When do I
Follow
get put on a
us, man.
t-shirt? When do I get put on a t-shirt? Yo?
Oh shit.
Shit, the way the
Alright.
tariffs going, I don't know if we're doing no merch. Like, no merch. Unless y'all willing to pay $50 for a mug. Like, we ain't doing no merch. 200
Yes,
for a hoodie.
And yeah, with this change, I think I'm ready to put a little bit more effort into GG.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? I think I'm ready to put a little bit more effort into GG than I was doing previously. So
Just when
I'm
I
not
thought we
gonna
was
talk
out.
too much. I'm not gonna talk too much, but y'all gonna see the content flowing. So hopefully you guys enjoy and give us good feedback. Tell us who you like. You know what I mean? Next week we're gonna have some new people as well. And by next month we're gonna lock in 2 more permanent members. But let me shout out some people in the chat real quick. I see Prince Joker, Arcade. What's good? Roxas 108. What's up? Justin. What's up? Retromatic. Nev in the chat. Type 1. Decoy Caliber. Gabriel R. What's up? Salazar Naruto 52. What's good? So shout out to everyone who's tuning in and tapping in with us live. All right, Jamie.
Yes, sir.
Before we jump into topics, man, we're gonna need some introductions from these 2 faces. One face, is a little bit more familiar on the pod, but I already had to sit down with him, talking about where I think he needs some improvement, and he said he's locked in.
Okay.
He said he's locked in. Tony. So, tell the people where they can find you, first of all.
YouTube, Twitter, it's New York, yo. Same places. They already know.
They already know. Okay,
Let's get into it. What's the complaint? So let's tell them the complaint, Kofi. Let's go ahead. Tell them the complaint. What's the complaint, Kofi?
We gonna
We
keep
giving
that
out-
off air. We gonna keep
I'm
that
about
off
to
Why we
say-
gonna keep it off air? Why we gonna keep it off air?
You know what I mean? So
What's
yeah,
the-
you
what's
can
the-
find. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, J-Man.
No, I was gonna say what he's saying. Like, what's the complaint? He told you, or you trying to wait to hear what he gonna say?
I know what it is. I told him what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So definitely check out Tony's channel. He makes great videos. You know what I mean? He was heavily inspired
Sir,
by me.
yes, sir. I was about to say I inspired the Kofi whole rebrand, right? If Kofi wasn't gonna get that PlayStation contract without me.
That's cap.
I'm the reason
cap.
I'm the
That's
reason
cap.
he up there with LeBron with the PlayStation. That's me,
That's
bro. That's
cap.
all my work, bro. That's my work. Right
Place-
there, bro.
Get out of here.
Oh,
First
you
of
put
all,
him in
I
that
got
playmaker position?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I put Tony into position. You see this new rebrand of Tony where he's more clean cut. You know what I mean?
No, brother.
He's less into drama than he was previously. That's the Kofi influence right there on him. I'd be in his ear and be like, "Yo, fall back, like don't pay that no mind, bro. Just chill out." I don't be doing that.
Sharp and steel. Still
You know what I
sharp
mean?
and steel. I mean, you do that.
I'm
You
like,
do that.
I tell him to calm down, bro, and just focus on the content. You make good videos, just keep that up. You know what I mean?
Yo,
And he's always running.
Why they still blame
by
me?
me?
Why they still blame me for everything I do though?
I don't know, yo. Just cause I guess when Tony get in trouble, I get in trouble, bro. Like, yo, what's whole funny with this whole
That's
black
big
box situation?
facts.
I tap into this guy's live stream. I'm saying it's like he's saying Kofi this, Kofi Discord that, Tony, Kofi. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like,
I
yeah,
thought
this
you
is
did.
what you say my
Wild.
name for. I'm like,
I
why
thought
you say
you
my name
worked
for?
for it. I thought you was mad in the middle of this drama. I was about to say, yo, I can't believe Kofi got into this drama like this. That's crazy.
I'm like, yo. I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yo,
they
what's going on, bro?
had you front and center of the random interviews and polls that he was doing, running around saying who's gonna be on the show.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah, Street said you told him BG to kick him off the pod.
You know what's crazy?
I had to
BG
clear
never
it up.
asked me too. He asked Tony. He asked fucking Tony, bro. And somehow I got roped in it.
It might have
put
been
up that tweet?
it might have been in your Discord.
No, I don't even think so. I think that was a private message because I went to go look for that shit and I couldn't even find it. That might have been a private joint. But you know what's funny? While there's a correlation between all my haters and Tony is everyone who hates Tony's guts hates me too.
Nice.
That's a fact.
Which is who else I gotta blame but Tony, bro? It's your fault, bro.
Huh? It's BG, bro. I keep telling you, it's BG. It's BG, not me. That's the reason to blame, bro.
Kofi mentored Tony the way BG mentored Kofi, so it's like
That's nasty. That's nasty.
See, he uncovering the deeper, darker secrets.
Hey, now we're
That's
about to
the
dock
Lord,
one
that's
point
the
off the. You know what I
Lord.
mean? We gotta put an X on his name right now. We gotta put an X on his name right now.
Oh,
Deduct
my
1
fault,
point.
my fault. No, I'm gonna chill.
All right, yo. So, you say you go by Dark?
Yes, sir. Dark. You can find me DRK301, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube.
Okay.
Very much like y'all. You know, I'm going in this year. It's been a long time making content, but this year's definitely gonna step it up a lot. So glad to
Yes,
be here.
sir.
Appreciate y'all bringing me on. All that good stuff.
Yes.
So
sir,
what
yes,
platform
sir.
you corporate slave for? Let the people know.
So I'm not corporate slave for nothing. Don't mind
We
the
got a
Switch
Nintendo.
OLED. Don't
Yeah,
mind
yeah,
the
yeah.
experience.
We see it.
You know what
We
I'm
see.
saying?
See, you lying
Okay.
already. You lying already. You
Yeah,
got
I have
that
a-
Switch up on a pedestal.
I got a 40 series card, so at least
Yes,
I'm not out here
sir.
Yes,
taking it.
Let me
Yes,
fall
sir.
back. Let me fall back. Then I
Yeah.
can't.
All right.
I can't even fuck with that.
I got the PS5.
Are they
Jamie.
gonna bully you into 50 series yet, Kofi?
No, I'm not buying the 50 series cards, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. I will get the 60 for sure. I will get the 60, but I'm not buying the 50 series cards. Bro.
The way the video moving, you nigga, it's time to move on from them. They bullshitting right now, man.
Yeah, we definitely could get into it a little bit later, but I really do hope AMD steps on their neck, at least in the markets where, GPUs sell a lot, which is obviously the mid card. So I'm hearing that 9070 XT is not that bad and it's cheaper than the 5070.
Yeah,
so hopefully get some competition in there, bro.
Pure rasterization is definitely a good value to get. Way better than what NVIDIA is doing. Wait, what 40 series card you got? Because if you got anything below a 4090, you might as well just have a 20 something.
That's cap. That's cap.
Ain't nothing. You don't need a 4090 because I was coming from a 1060 before I got.
Sheesh, that's a big upgrade then.
It was a huge upgrade. I'm cooling. I'm still playing
That's
at
good, bro.
1440 1080s. I'm cool off that. I don't need 4K. I'm chilling on
dope.
that.
So 4050 Ti it is. Got it.
All right, yo, J-Man, I got some questions for our potential panel mates. You know what I mean? We gotta, find the best cast. You know what I mean? We gotta find the best cast. So I got some questions for them that I would like for them to answer, and we're gonna start off with Tony. So we also need some smart niggas on the podcast as well. Some intellectuals. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna ask a math problem, and this one's for Tony right now. Right now, don't pull up no calculator. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
No promises, bro.
And
no
you have
promises.
5 seconds to answer.
Oh, we going back to
This should be
the
off
Yo,
the
what are
top.
we doing? All right,
have 5
Hit me
seconds.
with it.
What's 7 times 6? 1,
Damn.
7 times 6.
3.
42.
Okay.
Hold up. Let me get the soundboard.
Yeah.
Fuck are you talking about? That shit
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Yo, what? Bro.
Wrong one. All right. Dark. Not
Yes,
a problem
sir,
for
yes,
you.
sir. All right.
What's 6 times 4?
6 times 4.
I heard that mouse click. Hold on.
28. That's just 12.
Wrong.
Oh, 24. You're right.
Okay. All right. This one is for Tony. Finish the lyrics.
Nah. Don't no
Finish.
Kendrick, bro.
There's no way we're doing music.
Nah,
There's no way we're doing music.
Bro, if
This
it's
is for you.
Kendrick, bro,
This
I'm
is
off,
for you.
bro. I'm off the podcast,
This is
bro.
for you. This is for you. Wop. Finish the lyrics. Finish the lyrics.
I don't know that song.
You know
I
that?
don't know that song.
All right. Yo,
don't
deduct
know
the
that
point,
song.
J-Main. Deduct the point for that boy right there, bro. Deduct the point for it.
I fuck
right.
him up.
He knows the lyrics. All right, yo. This is for Dark. Would you eat a pizza with no cheese on it?
Come on, man. What we doing?
No.
All right, he gets a point. He gets a point.
Wow.
Nah,
He gets a point.
it's not a pizza anymore.
All right.
How y'all taking shots at me like that?
All right. This is another question. And this is for both of y'all. Actually, no, this is for Tony. You know what I mean? We don't judge around here. We're actually a very open community, and we embrace all different
come on,
kinds of people. But the people want to know, do you like men?
Bro.
Absolutely not.
Okay. We don't judge, though, because, you know, we see you with your, you know, the little sus pictures you be taking and stuff like that. We just wanted to.
Yo, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
All right. This one's for Dark right here. If me and J-Main were tied to a railroad track,
Oh,
and you
shit.
could only save one, who you picking?
Good question.
Off the railroad
Who you picking
track.
and why? Who you picking and why?
I'm gonna pick J-Man because we both wearing do-rags at this point.
Ah, that's crazy.
We
You
both
know
got
what?
the clean
J-Man gotta
do-rags on.
take. J-Man gotta
a
take
shame we
off
can't
the
clap
do-rag
both.
and let's see what's going on under that do-rag right now. Because
Don't
maybe
do
I got
that.
more.
Absolutely not.
Now I got a
Absolutely
follow-up
not.
question. Now I got a follow-up question. Are you bald?
Absolutely not. I got my videos of my hair on my channel. Y'all can check that out.
Hey, no bald discrimination. You know what I'm saying? We accept all hair types and curls and baldness and waves and all types of hair. All right.
All right. Another question. This is for both of y'all. Is your PSN gamer tag profile on private? 'Cause
Ooh, that's a
big
good
red
one.
flag for- That's a big red
That's a
flag
good
for
one.
us.
How many
Dark, is it
ads
on
for
private?
platinums, Kofi?
think
I'm
so.
catching up to you. Bro.
I've
You don't think so?
I've never like tried to lock it, so I don't think it shouldn't be.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's
By the
good.
way, I was having this conversation with Kofi like maybe a couple
up?
weeks ago. Oh, this man's platinum trophy list is so dishonorable, bro.
Oh
First
my
of all,
god.
it's
Oh
the
my
basic.
god, bro.
First of all, it's the basic bitch platinum list. Spider-Man,
Mhm.
Ghost of Tsushima, God, you know what I mean? The PlayStation first party.
Yeah.
And then his filler titles, you got I Am Mayo, a bunch of double platinums on there. It's just a bunch of fluff. There's no charm, there's no character, there's no you got this. It's just straight
So
up.
is that
bro.
why
It's-
that you've been looking at my list and trying to copy my shit? Didn't you just go get Plucky Squire? And where'd you see that?
Bro,
from?
it's just one game, bro. That's just one game, bro. It's just one game, bro.
Tony's a
It's
nasty
What made you
guy,
pick that?
bro.
What made you pick
Yo.
that game up? What made you pick that game up?
It was
'Cause he told me.
It was
Yeah.
short. It was quick and short. It was quick and short. I'm trying to catch up. Bro. I'm trying to catch up. I'm like
Tony's
8
platinum list
behind.
is shameless too, bro. The other day he hit me up.
It's not.
Might
It's
have been
not.
a
It's
week
not. It's
later.
not. It's not.
He's like, yeah, I'm trying to play this 2-hour game and shit. Like he's nasty with it too. He's super nasty with it.
Absolutely.
Keeping it
man.
100. If you building platinums this generation, it's gonna be shameless. Yeah,
I go
yeah,
back and play. I go back and play old games, so I don't know about all of
You
that,
need
bro. I
you need to go
play
back to
old
some of
games.
them PS3 games and get the platinum trophies on those.
I got
Those
cha-
is
I
what-
got chains of the Olympus maybe last year. Yeah, I mean I got that last year. I want to go do all the God of Wars though. I'm definitely gonna finish out on this profile. But all right, another question, J-Main. You know, we uncovered some wild revelations in the gaming community maybe a month or two ago. So I want to.
For sure.
And since I don't know these guys so well, we gotta ask these questions.
Oh, brother.
Do
That
any
was
of
your
y'all
guy,
got any
bro.
weird
Okay.
cases that we should know about?
No,
Holy.
sir. No, sir. No,
Is there
sir.
any sort of
No,
weird
sir.
cases that we should know about?
No, sir. But good question though. I appreciate that's a real one. Not gonna lie.
For real,
'cause
because I don't
Yo,
want to
can
find
I-
out 2
can
months
I-
later.
Oh,
No, no,
okay.
You know what I
that'll sneak
mean?
up on you.
I know what
That-
you're talking
Amen.
about.
Y'all
now. I know what
wilding
you're
in the
talking about
streets, because you know what I mean. I
Nah.
can't have that attached to my
Yo,
name. You know
yo.
what I mean?
Absolutely not.
I gotta expose Kofi real quick.
Hold on,
real quick.
Oh my God.
I
chill.
saw someone got some allegations on their jacket, right?
now.
And Kofi brings it to our attention, right? Yo, news just broke. Yo, this is crazy. You guys seen this? And we're
Right.
like, damn, that's crazy. Ain't that your guy? He's like, yo, that's not my guy. I never spoke to him before. Bro, we put up like 10 podcast episodes with this nigga. This nigga talking about, yo, what's up, my guy? Yo, happy birthday.
First of all,
yo, where you driving
wasn't his
from?
last tweet to J Main? Wasn't it something wild like that? Was it BG?
No, it was BG. It was BG.
Oh,
It was BG. It was BG. But we like, yo. So we going through the episodes. We putting the pieces together. All of a sudden, gone, bro. This man it's just clean house, bro. Tweets start going down. Episodes start going down.
Covering his tracks.
First of
Yo,
all,
trying to
that
disassociate
was
himself.
evidence, bro. That
First
was
of all-
evidence, bro.
First of all, yes, the person in question has been on the podcast a couple of times in the early podcasts on PSP days. You know what I
For
mean?
sure. He was.
But I don't know him too well though. I don't know him too well. That's BG guys, really. We be honest. That's BG and low-key J Main's guy, bro. Like, but we ain't gonna speak on that too much.
I did see
Whoa.
I did see J Main on a lot of them posts. High key.
Nah, I
That was
used to,
his
I used to talk with dude. I ain't go for it. I used to talk with dude, but
Crazy. Shit is crazy.
nothing never like, you know what I mean? Nothing close. Like we wasn't kicking it and shit like that. To be honest, I was just trying to see if you can get me some shit from the Sony. Like I need some new TVs, some shit like that.
All right. I got one last question, then we're going to move on and start talking about gaming. All right. This is a scenario type question. Say I got a $5 super chat donation.
I need pause.
Would you want to split it 4 ways after YouTube takes a 60% cut of that super chat? Are you expecting me to split it 4 ways, Tony?
Absolutely. I mean,
Absolutely. Oh man, you can't be that.
Until the
Crypto got you that
until the
bad,
market
yo.
bounces.
Crypto got
Until the
you
market
that
bounces. Let them stocks go back
My
up.
boy's about his bread.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I've been looking at my stocks and investments. Holy, that shit down. Bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
That shit is so
Yo,
cool
yo.
right now. But you know, it's a good opportunity to buy,
you know what
bro.
I mean?
Definitely a good opportunity.
That
to
1/4. You know what I mean? I can buy me one XRP coin, you know what I mean? With that super chat. I need that.
buy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
Kofi been on the XRP train for a minute, bro.
Yo, it's been cooking.
What's all
If it
that?
wasn't for Trump,
I told you
it's been
start at the
cooking.
top. Bro, if it wasn't for Trump, everyone would
Bro.
be eating good right now, bro.
Harris fucked the game up.
Crazy.
sir, yes,
It's
sir.
crazy, bro.
All right. I do see some super chat donations, and I promise I will get to those.
Oh, Lee.
But-
Oh, Lee. I need that. I need that.
I will get to those.
I ain't
but
gonna
do
lie,
wanna-
super chats ain't been cooking, but Tony here and they moving. So I don't know him and
Low-key, might
him
be-
and-
His name is
him
on
and-
it.
Him
Him
and
and
Doug might
Doug
be the
gotta
guys.
go
They
with.
might be the guys. Yo. You
Him
never
and-
know,
Hey,
man.
that's whoever bring the most super chats in, you got the job.
Got the
Hold
job.
on.
That's what I'm about to
Chill,
say.
chill.
Hold on.
No, this
I'm about
is
to
an
put-
advantage in the community.
Yo, I'm about to put good gaming superstar in my bio.
I'm about to donate myself.
Word to heart.
Hey, if you gotta put your own donations in on a
Yeah, I'll
separate
drop a
account,
Drop a
do what
50
you
right
gotta
now.
do.
Hey yo, all right.
Taxes
So
just came back. Make it rain. Let's go.
let's get into some topics. Yeah, let's get into some topics. All right. So typically, you know, at the start of every podcast, we just go around see what everybody's been playing. It is a gaming podcast. So let's start with Dark. Yeah, what you been playing the past week?
Last
or so?
week?
Yeah, what you been playing this past week?
A lot of betas right now. A lot of demos like Mecha Break. That's a nice little
Okay.
kind of like a mech fighting game. Been playing that pretty much with the boys almost every day. Got PUBG Blind Spot, another very underrated game. I know nobody's heard of that stuff. It's cool. It's cool.
PUBG.
PUBG?
Blind Spot? What you say?
What's that
PUBG
like?
Blind Spot. Yeah, it's like a top-down Rainbow Six style, like tactical shooter. So it's got very different from the battle royale, but tactical shooter instead. So it's in a really low-key beta right now. Been playing that a lot.
Is that like an
Just a lot of
expansion to the
multiplayer.
PUBG games? Or
Honestly,
like a
That's a good question. I'm not sure what they want to do with that. It's the first beta, and they barely got anybody in there right now. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
very early. But I've been grinding that a lot because it's good. So when it comes out,
Concept
it's
sound
gonna be
interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I ain't even heard of that shit. I'm about to
Some
look into it.
variety, you know what I mean? Some
Bro.
games that we never heard about. Okay, I see you.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
That's good.
So
Tony.
most of that.
Yo,
Okay,
yo.
cool. What you been playing? Monopoly don't
I
count.
mean, been cleaning up
Monopoly
in
don't
that.
count.
Been running up
You've
dubs
not
in
been
that.
cleaning up. I'm
You know what I
up.
mean?
So what you been playing, Tony?
I'm up this week. I'm up 3 games. How many games you won
my
this week?
God,
You won like
bro.
1. I'm up
The
3.
score, yo,
Catch
bro.
up.
I have 7 games
I'm
won. You have
catching
4
up,
games
bro.
won, bro.
Yo.
We're not
Niggas
talking
caught
about
onto
it,
you,
bro.
bro. You're not manipulating guys no more.
Oh my God,
Yo.
bro. Let's go. What you been playing?
But I only played the intro to Death Stranding, but I'm starting that up. I'm starting
Okay.
that back up.
Is this your
Obviously,
first time playing it?
I played it, but maybe only like 2 hours before. But now
Gotcha.
I'm like, this is director's cut this time around. PS5 Pro. I got the OLED, so I'm like,
I know that shit look beautiful, don't it?
I'm running
absolutely,
it back. I plan on running
absolutely.
it back for sure.
I think I'm gonna get the platinum. I think I'm gonna try. I heard it's a long, probably like
Yo,
70 hours.
It's like 100
but-
hours. I think it's like 100 hours.
I'm about to say,
100
Kofi, you
hours.
got the
I heard it was like
platinum? You got the
75.
platinum, right?
Death
get easy
Stranding. No,
platinums.
I beat that shit. Shut up, bro. I beat that shit in my old account. My new account, I'm gonna re it up. I'm gonna slide back and get the platinum on that director's cut because I do want to play the new content, that director's cut shit. But I definitely do plan on replaying it before Death Stranding 2 drops this June. But okay,
Yes.
Tony, that's all you've been playing pretty much. You started Death Stranding.
That's about it. What did I was gonna play Dark Cloud and get the platinum, but
You're a
I
nasty
decided.
This guy's gonna play a whole game so you can just get a tweet off J-Man. This guy is so nasty.
That was facts, yo.
Yo.
But nah. I did beat that. I'm sure a game that people probably didn't know came out. Telltale dropped a game last year.
What?
Nobody knew about it. It was called was it The Expanse? That shit was buns. That shit was super ass. But easy platinum.
I do
Easy
remember
platinum.
hearing about that game. Yeah, nobody did talk about that one.
Yeah. I don't recommend it.
I'm waiting
But
for
other than
that.
that's it. That's it.
Wolf Among Us 2, bro. I'm waiting for
I need that, but I think it's cancelled, yo. I think it might get
That's
cancelled.
never happened.
Really? It's not
I
coming
think
out?
it's cooked. I think it's
I don't
cooked.
think so.
That fucking sucks.
That's up there with Silk Song.
It was-
them shits
yeah.
It
never
was supposed to
coming
come out in like 2019, and then it keeps getting delayed, and then they changed engine, and then it got delayed, and then they going broke. So
They're going,
it's
bro.
looking cooked. It's looking
Oh.
cooked.
Well, that's unfortunate because
But I need that.
season one's
The first
fire.
one,
Season
first one's
fire.
the best game. I think the first one's the best game probably.
Okay. J-Man, what you been on, man? You beat any games, bro? Once again, J-Man promised that he's gonna beat 25 games before the year ends.
It's
And
happening.
I don't know if he has a single game beat, bro. I'm like 5 games in already, J-Man. You know what I mean?
No new games beat, but it's kind of hard to beat a game when your freaking split fiction partner keep ducking you every time you hit him up to play the fucking game, dog. I'll be sitting around twiddling my thumbs, waiting for this nigga Kofi to play
I
the
hit you up
game.
the other day. You're like, yo, I got double shift. I work here, bro.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Fam, our schedules is crazy, but yeah. So
yeah.
I was actually I've been playing Death Stranding in the meantime. That's crazy because that trailer got me back on it. So I ain't gonna lie, the trailer got me back. No, I never finished it. I'm
That game
on
is fire, bro.
I'm like halfway through the game. But I was back on it. I spent like 3 or 4 hours trying to get the backpack cover. I like the game, man. I ain't gonna lie. At first I was shitting on it, but the more you play, the more you unlock. It gets fun. Like it's not something that you ever like played before. It's different. Like the way you have to manage the packaging and your weight and all of that. But then when you get unlocks to do like the roads and the zip lines and all that other shit, like it just opens it up for so much more. The story is like it's good.
It
Some of
comes
the stuff
together.
you don't understand.
It comes together. In the end, trust me. You'll get it by
why,
the end.
why
It
you
comes together.
why you playing it? You're like, what the fuck is happening? But it definitely leaves you intrigued to figure out what's going on more and stuff like that. So I've been playing that. Cleaning up the Astrobot because they still been dropping new levels every week. I think there was the last one came out this week. I got to play that, but I finished all the other ones, and then been playing that, unlocking the new characters and all of that. So shout out to Astrobot. What else I've been
You get
playing?
a Dark Cloud character.
Yeah. That's crazy, dog. They dropped that Dark Cloud character literally the week
As soon
after
as the
news
news,
came
bro.
out.
As soon as
Yeah, I'm like, talk about timing.
They don't want no
Talk
smoke, bro.
Yeah, but we got to get back on that split fiction for real because I
we'll
really
finish that.
enjoyed our time with it
We'll finish it.
last week and
Man, Kofi tried to steal my
weekend.
partner, bro.
This weekend.
Who was your partner?
One night.
It was one night, bro. Man tried to steal. I'm like, bro, you got J Main, bro. I gotta.
So this weekend, I could do Sunday.
Yeah, we could play Sunday.
Saturday is St. Patrick's Day, so I'm gonna be outside.
Oh my God, stay your ass inside, bro. You outside too much.
I'm like 5% Irish, bro. I got support for my blood.
Oh man,
I got support for my blood. Go to the parade and shit like that.
It's getting warmer outside too, so you might.
It's definitely getting.
It is,
bro.
it is.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Good.
Seasonal depression is going away, and I'm outside.
Yep, feels different already.
Yep,
yes, sir. All right, yo. And for me, what have I been playing? I haven't put much time into it at all, and I probably won't play it to completion because I already got this platinum. But I did get a review code for Rise of the Ronin on PC.
I heard that port was trash.
Game of the year from last year.
Oh my God, the game. I read that article too, Jamie, about it being bad, but I can't relate to be honest. But that shit's running fine on my shit, bro. I ain't trying to be one of those PC players, but this shit is running fine for my shit. I'm getting like 90 frames per second maxed out. Anywhere between 90 to 100 frames per second maxed out, and that's without frame generation, and that's on my ultra wide monitor. I haven't tried it out in 4K yet, but with frame gen, I'm getting like 144, sometimes 150. So far it's running good for me, but I am in the earlier stages of the game. It hasn't really I haven't got to like the open world, like the open world segment of it. So I don't know if that's where like problems occur. So I guess as I play more, then I'll find out. I'll probably get to the open world section and play around for a little bit. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't plan to replay it this year. I did enjoy that game, but I don't think I'm gonna be replaying it this year. I think there's some other games that I need to beat. But I shout out to them for sending me a review code. I also did get a review code from Ubisoft for Assassin's Creed Shadows today. I just installed it. Obviously, I can't talk about it, and shit, I haven't played it yet. But I will be firing that up tonight. And I think the embargo.
They giving everybody that game. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody got that shit.
They
a lot is riding on that game too. Like they really need that game to do well because the stories and the reports coming out of Ubisoft that they down bad and they thinking about selling off IP and shit like that. Oh, yeah, they need that. It looks good though.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Yeah. It looks good. Assassin's Creed games usually sell well, so I'm not worried about that. You know, they got the whole campaign going against them, but I think it looks good enough. Like I saw a commercial on TV the other day that was like, you know, exciting and got me hyped. It should come out next week officially?
On the 18th,
Thursday.
18th, right?
No, 20th,
Tuesday.
20th.
Oh, Thursday. Okay, yeah, next week.
Yeah,
We're almost there.
I should. Yeah. Actually, wait. Is it the 20th? Is it 20th?
Yeah, same day as Xenoblade Chronicles. That's how I remember, bro.
Okay, I think the embargo was on the 18th. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna have a video out by then. I got mine a little bit too late, but hey, I ain't complaining. I'll see if I can put something out for you guys.
You get it on PlayStation or PC?
I actually requested for a PC code when they asked me. So I know I gotta see that.
I heard it runs great. It runs great on even lower hardware too. So
that's good news.
Really?
That's good news.
Yeah,
I'm about to find out.
They need all that goodwill.
Yeah, you got lower hardware, right?
I'm a console player, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. I have a PS5 Pro that's doing, you know, FSR 4 and things of that nature. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh shit. Monster Hunter. That's another game I've been playing and putting a lot of time into, bro. I've been playing a lot. I think I got like 50 hours on PS5. I'm doing the end game content right now. I think I have one more end game like kind of story mission to do, and then that's like wrapped up. And I'm working on that platinum. I will have that Monster Hunter platinum. I think I've seen somebody it last podcast maybe, and I
really during the split fiction.
Yeah, Monster Hunter is really good, man. I enjoy it, and I'm somebody who traditionally I've tried multiple Monster Hunter games in the past. It just never connected with me, but I think there's enough quality of life improvements and wilds that makes the game so much more enjoyable. That's why I feel like I'm actually having a much better time this time around with Monster Hunter. But I'm enjoying it. It's dope. Okay.
I'm surprised it sold so much.
bro.
And I ain't know it was hitting like that.
They did like 5
Didn't-
million.
didn't do-
It had 1.5
Yeah.
million on Steam alone launch day.
It did 8 million in the
8 million.
first 3 days. I think it
Yeah.
was.
Jesus Christ.
That's
bro.
crazy. Final Fantasy
That's
could
crazy,
never,
that's crazy.
bro.
Final Fantasy
know,
16.
I know.
Yes,
I saw the
I
report for that.
didn't even put that on there.
It's
Yeah,
like
you seen that
3.5,
report for
right?
the-
It's like 3.5.
That's flop. That's a flop.
A little bit,
That's-
bro.
You think so?
What I'm
If
thinking
that
about
report is
is,
real.
yeah, if that because it did 3 million in like the first month, I think, on PS5. So if it really is only at like 4 or 5, like what the fuck? Like that's terrible. After
don't know.
this many years.
I think Square Enix thinks Final Fantasy in like modern Final Fantasy is more popular than what it actually is. I think their
I agree with
expectation for
that.
that is not the reality. That's my opinion
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to Final Fantasy. I don't think Final Fantasy maybe
Sure.
once upon a time that shit was like a little bit more buzzing, but yes, like obviously its name is prestigious. It got a great history when it comes to gaming, but I don't think it's as popular as they think it is.
It's on the
Mhm.
down.
I agree.
Downward swing.
Yeah.
It peaked already.
Yes. Yeah, they saying it sold 3.5 million since June 2023.
Okay.
And
Okay.
all right, it is shipped 3 million in the first week. So that would mean it only sold 500,000 more since the first week. Like what?
No
Mhm.
one's buying it, bro.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. The funny thing, 16 is a dope game too. It's not much of a
Yeah.
RPG, but it's a dope game though.
It's a good game. The fact that it isn't much of an RPG like that, that's definitely like threw me off a lot.
They should have followed suit of like, or they should have done something like Expedition 33 or whatever that game is called, bro. Like, can you
Ooh,
imagine it was
yeah.
like turn-based with those kind of visuals? That would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be
That'd
way, way better. That's a missed
Yeah.
opportunity.
I'm interested to see how that game does too, because a lot of people say, "Oh, this is what Final Fantasy should have been." So that means everybody should be buying this game.
You know,
They
I
should-
heard
it
they're
sh-
launching
it
that
should
game
do
at
well.
$50 too. I heard it like it's cheaper, isn't it not? I heard they're launching that game something. Yo, let me just
I can
confirm
believe that.
before I heard
I
they're
can
launch-
believe that.
Hold on. Let me confirm. Expedition. I swear I seen the price for that game is actually cheaper. Which got
Yeah,
me
I can
scratching
believe
my
that.
head, yo. Like, yo, why is it? They're not even charging
'Cause,
full
I mean-
retail for this joint.
You look at it though, it don't look like it's like a high budget like AAA game. Like the gameplay looks really good, but when you look at like the gameplay of it, it's not like nothing that's like really doing anything crazy for like the assets and all that other stuff. It don't seem like it's something that might have took them like 6 or 7 years to make, but they do got some like big names and shit like that in it. And like I said, the combat and stuff like that looks really good.
Yeah.
It's real
I'm
linear
seeing-
looking.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely
seeing it
that
for
too.
like around like 40 to 50 range. Brand new. So that's pretty good. Hopefully the game turns out to be good though.
Yeah. It's
Alright,
in
so
Game
let me-
Pass too.
Yeah, let me quickly read these super chat donations before it gets lost in the sauce. This one's from Agent Chill. He says, "Yo, dope to see my boy Dark on the pod. Keep it, y'all." Okay, shout out to you, man. Cat Daddy Lurk with a $5 super chat says, "Gotta save Kofi. We can't have another fatherless black child out here, my brother." What's he talking about, bro? What's he talking about? Am I missing this? Cat Daddy Lurk, yeah, what are you talking about, bro? All right, this one's from Blaze 4K. He says Tony is on. Must be a slow news week.
Damn.
Hit you with your own joke. Hit you with your own joke.
Okay.
All right, so let's get into this shit. So let's not waste no more time. I want to talk about Xbox's handheld. Xbox's
yes.
handheld. Oh my
Let's
god,
talk
bro.
about it.
Triple
Oh my
plastic.
god, bro.
Handhelds, plural. It's 2 of them so far.
Oh, really?
2 skis.
Yes. So the one that
Is one being made by Microsoft?
one's supposed to be being made by Microsoft. The one that's supposed to come this year is supposed to be made by Asus
Oh my god.
or Asus.
Both of them
however you
doing
say
blessed
that.
red numbers, bro.
Oh my god, bro. All I know.
So yeah, I was confused about that too, but I read the reports, and then Jess Corden came back with another report too. So yeah, the one that's supposed to come out this year, basically, it seems like what Microsoft is trying to do is integrate the Windows UI experience with the PC gaming handheld experience and make it more unified. Because things like the ROG Ally, we already know the Steam Deck is all like Valve and that user interface. They try to make it more like unified with the Game Pass, so make it more compatible with the players going on, signing into their account, being able to find all the Game Pass and play anywhere games. And that's what they're doing with this Asus product. They having them Asus make it, and then Microsoft on the software side making it more integrated.
Okay, do we have details on the one that's being made by Microsoft? Because that's the one I'm actually interested in. Because I read a report saying that if you buy this Asus Xbox branded portable PC, handheld, whatever,
Right.
I'm hearing that your Xbox library it doesn't cross over. Maybe
Correct.
Xbox Play Anywhere titles, but say if you bought a game that's a third party game, that's not on Play Anywhere, you can't access it on that device. So
Correct.
So do we have information that Xbox's one that they're making is going to have your full library? Do we have information like that?
Nothing, no like rumors or anything. Well, it is rumors about that being to be able to play your whole library, but the reports that's been coming out has been about the Asus one, not really the one that Xbox is making. That one's supposed to be a little bit more down the line.
Honestly,
but yeah, this one is not supposed to be like your Xbox library, digital library goes wherever you go with this handheld. This one is game. If you subscribe to Game Pass, you'll be able to access it here. If you got any Play Anywhere titles, you'll be able to access it here.
It's a ROG ally, bro.
Yeah,
essentially.
That's what I
ROG
said. So
ally.
it's going to be more unified with the software side, but it's a ROG ally with Xbox button.
So fuck that. No. Who cares about that?
Yeah. That's not.
I want to know about the other
one.
one.
Yeah, I want to know about the other one because the other one would be. See, I was thinking when Xbox is like, oh, we're making a handheld. I'm thinking that it's gonna be a little bit more custom in the sense of like, the UI and stuff like that's gonna be more custom. Not pretty much just having like some sort of fucking Windows operating system, just running it back. I thought it was gonna be more of an Xbox on the go type of situation than more than a PC, device on the go. You understand what I'm trying to say? I thought it was gonna be a little bit like that. So I'm more interested in the second device that they got coming up. I thought this was it, so I'm actually surprised to hear they're actually developing one internally. So I guess that's still good news then. That's still good news that they got one coming.
Yeah, because my whole question was like, how they gonna like be different from whatever is out there already?
Exactly.
And the fact that this is gonna, I guess what they're gonna try to do is showcase what a handheld device with Microsoft and Xbox all being incorporated with is gonna look like for the future of what their handheld is gonna be. But yeah, I don't know.
I think they're too late. I think they're too late. I think the Steam Deck took that market. And that's not even selling crazy either. That's not even selling crazy either.
You know what's crazy? If Xbox did it properly, I feel like when it comes to the PC side of things, like the ROG Ally, the Lenovo Go, whatever other products that are on the shelf right now, I think the Xbox brand one would actually do better than those. Because off brand recognition,
I think it'll do better than the bootleg ones.
Depends on the price.
And I think it would do better than the Steam Deck just because it's gonna be an all brick and mortar stores, Amazon. You can find it. I think so. I think so. I could 100% see them if they did a proper one.
Niggas not buying a regular Xbox.
That's what I was about to say. Like that brand, the Xbox brand ain't really like popping like that for them to just come into the handheld market.
Honestly, if they get smoked, J-Man, I'm not saying they're gonna take off. I'm just saying I think it could do better. It could perform better than the ROG Ally and the Lenovo. Because who the fuck is really buying a Lenovo Go, bro?
I know I'm buying
for real, bro. No one buying those shits.
I don't think it's doing better than the Steam Deck.
The Steam Deck, I could
that seemed to be the most popular one.
I could see it doing better just because, look, I feel like the Steam Deck's potential is pretty much it's not met just because just the way that Valve has decided to sell the product. You know what I mean? Like it's just too. They need it on store shelves. I feel like that's still a key factor, And I think if Microsoft can actually develop a Steam Deck-like device, but it's actually more of like a Xbox console on the go, I think it could perform better than the Steam Deck. I'm not saying it's gonna do something crazy, but I think I could see it doing better than the Steam Deck, just for the simple fact of brand recognition. If the price point is cool as well, and it's gonna be in the store shelves, you could buy it anywhere, Best Buy, Amazon, all them places. I could see it doing okay.
Speaking of price point, the rumored price point for this Asus Xbox handheld is between $400 and $500. I think they said.
$500.
Yeah, $400 or $500.
$400. That's about right though. If you're dropping a modern handheld today to play modern games, I don't think you're gonna get anything cheaper than that. To be honest, I think it's rumored that the Switch is gonna be about like for
400,
Switch
yeah.
2, to be like 500. So I guess that's the price point that we should expect at this point in time. But I don't know. So Jamie, if you think Microsoft were to drop a proper handle, you don't think it outperforms the Steam Deck?
Nah, I
I
don't.
think so. I think so. That'd
I
be
just
kinda
think that
crazy to do.
The Steam Deck in that market, I think is the most popular one, and I don't think I just don't think Microsoft has that brand like popularity or
That
recognition
that is
to
true. It's definitely taking a
to
hit.
come into that space and then take over that top spot. So I just
Mhm.
I don't know. They have a lot. So don't get me wrong. They have a lot to offer within that space with the Game Pass and the Play Anywhere. Like I like Microsoft from that perspective of what they have to offer the gamer. So that's definitely like a good initiative, but it's almost like going to be hard for them to come. I feel like it's going to be hard for them to come into that space and be like, "All right, we here, we taking over. How much are you doing different than what I already have?" Like people, especially I
true.
think people are looking for the Xbox handheld to play their whole Xbox library. That one, like you said, that one will do better than I think the Asus one.
That's what I'm saying. No one's buying. Yo, this Asus one's gonna flop. Don't get it twisted. I think this one. I think this one's gonna flop. I think this one's gonna flop. But I'm talking about Xbox. That's why I don't understand why they're even doing this. Like, why come out there with an Asus branded handheld if you're making your own? That's probably gonna release in a year, like in another year. Like,
I think they tested the market. I think they tested the market because you don't take on the whole burden of the cost with them manufacturing it. You kind of just on the software side putting it out there.
I think
like
that's half-ass, and I think that's gonna reflect in people's support as well. You understand? I think if it was full-fledged and you're marketing this as like, yo, at least to the Xbox gamers, are like, yo, literally all the games that you bought on Xbox, you could play a year. You don't have to rebuy the games. You know what I mean? I think it's a totally different story than releasing, once again, our ROG Ally that just has an Xbox symbol on it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pick it up. It's a waste of time and money. If the dedicated Xbox device, like that's the only one that actually has a chance of succeeding in this kind of market. Like Switch kind of pushed away, so the brand of Xbox is not very great right now, but they could probably still cut out a decent piece of the market to where they can make some more money, put more games out.
I think they could body the PC side of things, yo. That's
Yeah,
how I feel. I
I
feel
feel
the
like it's
brand is
possible.
bad. You already know how I talk about the Xbox brand and how it's it's not the same how it used to be. But I feel like they could body like a Lenovo. We can't body a Lenovo Go. Then like nah, at that point like just wrap it up, bro. Like if you can't body that in the market, bro, like wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see it. I don't see it.
I also
don't see
think
how
they're
it can go to
testing
that.
they're testing the OEM stuff too. Like because
Yeah, 'cause Windows
there
is
was a
shit.
report
Windows is shit
that
right
like
now.
the future of Xbox is going to be like them giving the specs to other manufacturers to make like devices, PC like devices and stuff like that, or hardware.
I don't
So
like
like you don't like that?
I don't like that.
You bring up a great point, which I totally forgot. I'm glad you brought it up because that
Yeah.
is, is this an indication of future Xbox hardware to come? Like how Xbox devices are going to be made in the future? Remember, because it's not the first time we've been hearing like these kind of rumors. How Microsoft might just partner with other companies, right? Instead of making a dedicated one and let them just make their own quote unquote Xbox hardware. So they kind of
Right.
eliminate themselves from the console market. Like, do you think this is? Do you think this is a wave that they're gonna do
I
in
could
the
see it.
future?
I could see it.
Yeah, because
I could see it. I could see it.
you don't take too much of the burden on the hardware, and that's like the hardware manufacturing, and that's their biggest problem right now is selling hardware. So if you offset that to another company to do, and you just focus on the software side, then I think that's like the lane that they're trying to take, with all of this. So now right now they're just trying to get their feet wet with. Incorporating that software onto all these devices. That way they can just put that shit everywhere and then be like, all right, if you want to make an Xbox hardware, go ahead. This is the software you got to incorporate it with. Boom, and go from there.
I could see it. I could see it. I could see it.
This could Loki could have been their whole plan. All the acquisitions over the years and it taken a long ass time, and the hardware taking such a huge dip. They're kind of in the position to be just pumping out software, making hardware with partners instead of doing it in house.
I honestly think the Activision deal pretty much cooked them in the hardware market because of that. Like that Activision deal essentially probably just killed the Xbox. as like the hardware. You know what I mean? Because at this point, they got to keep lights open. You know, they can't incentivize people to buy the console anymore because they're not going to go the exclusive right now. That's why when Phil Spencer's talking, he's talking about innovation in the box. They want to entice people with new features and stuff like that. But it's never gonna it's never gonna work because the traditional console market revolves around just having exclusive content on your box. That's what usually gets people through the door. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's a wrap for them when it comes to their hardware. It's more and more. It's looking like their hardware is just cooked. If Microsoft makes a dedicated Xbox, I'm thinking this one will be their last. Personally,
I mean,
I think so.
They might got one more in them. I think they got one more in them. Then they're probably gonna eject.
Yeah, if they're doing it, it might be one more, and then they just leave it up to the other companies to do it.
Yeah.
But with that route, though, you could probably expect it to be more expensive than like your traditional consoles, especially if they're trying to incorporate like PC-like features and have different storefronts on there and all that other stuff, like to separate itself from a console. Like Phil Spencer was saying, then yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking myself, like, and I wonder if you guys have any sort of insight, like, because we've been hearing those rumors about the next Xbox possibly allowing other storefronts like the Epic Game Store, Steam, possibly. But I just be thinking, like, if you're going that route, like, isn't that kind of like killing your own kind of like consoles, your own sales? Like, I don't know how the splits will be because I don't understand quite how the business will be done. And obviously we're not in these back rooms to hear how the business would be done. But from what I understand, if you buy a game on Steam, right, Steam gets like a 30% cut. I think that's like the industry standard or some shit like that, right? When you buy a game on PlayStation Network, PlayStation gets a third party, right? They get a 30% cut, right? Just for providing the storefront, right? So how does that work when Xbox is doing that? So if I buy this new Xbox console, right, and it has Steam and the Epic, and I want to go buy something from Steam, right? And does Xbox just gets 30%? Does Xbox get 30% cut, or does Steam? Since I bought it from Steam, it gets 30%. You know what I'm saying?
I think Steam gets the 30%. I think Xbox get the majority. Well, if it's
nothing, that's what I'm saying. Do they get nothing?
No,
that's what.
No,
how does that work?
If it's like an Xbox game, if it's an Xbox game,
no, if it's not an Xbox game, say if it's
if it's not an Xbox game,
understand what I'm trying to say? Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Something that they don't own in house. Right? Yeah. So if it's not a Bethesda, it's not an Activision, or it's not an Xbox game studio game. So how does that work?
Yeah,
that's Xbox console that has Steam and Epic on it, and I wanted to buy like a third party game. Let's just say something from Square Enix, right?
Yeah.
What money do they make from that?
It's got to be a whole new deal. It can't be the same 30 split if it's going to be on
Xbox
Xbox hardware.
They might have to negotiate something else, right? To get something, right?
But you would definitely get something from having that storefront on your device. Like you're not gonna walk away with nothing. I do think you get something from that. I don't know. I couldn't imagine because then what would be the point? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Or if they're making it more, if they're making it PC like, right? Shit, I'm using a Windows operating system, but when I buy something off Epic and Steam, Microsoft doesn't see a cent of that. You know what I mean? They don't see a cent. So is the Xbox platform going to become that, where it's kind of just an open platform? Is that like the direction we're going? Maybe just going.
That would be crazy.
But I don't see how that works in their favor. Like, what's the point of selling the hardware at that point? I think they should, like, at that point, just don't sell the hardware.
Mind share, maybe, just to keep something of Xbox in your house.
But I think it's a waste because honestly, the route that they're going. Don't get it twisted. Yes, as a console owner, they're gonna be sad. As an OG Xbox fan, yeah, you're gonna be sad that your Xbox is gone. But I think the business wise, I think Microsoft's gonna make a stupid amount of money being just a publisher.
Well, absolutely.
What's under their belt, they're gonna make a stupid amount of money. So do you think
pre-orders for Forza going crazy on PlayStation right now? So
we already know the end goal for these companies is to make a bag, right? So maybe they might be okay at this point. The Xbox is cooked. It's ran its course. The hardware is not doing it. It's honestly more of a burden for us to keep this alive. Why don't we just focus on publishing games and providing them in much more different places, as well as try to put Game Pass everywhere that it can be. Like, they could also go that route,
Yeah.
And I think they'll be really successful in that route. And it seems like this. I can't even lie. Like, I know. It seems like this is like the early, like is the beginning of that. You know, the writing kind of seems like on the wall that like, yo, maybe they got one more console left and I think they're out of here, bro. They're gonna just focus on
I think so. I think so.
yeah, making games and their services.
That's why they're rushing these handhelds. They're trying to try everything at this point, and if anything sticks, they're gonna probably double down on that. But if not, they got the IPs to fall back on.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where we're at right now.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I think Phil was just doing the most, man. I think he was just doing the most, and
His heart was in a good place, sort
he
of.
got caught up. Yo,
It's not panning out.
Like if we're looking back and looking at Xbox's history, yo, the amount of changes they have done in like the past decade is insane, right? Like strategy shifting.
Yeah.
Like if we're talking about strategy shifting, they have done so much strategy shifting.
From
past,
from
10,
the launch of the
12 years.
Xbox One till now. Yeah, it's
so many that's
it's
what I'm saying.
insane.
Like, the strategy shifts have been all over the place. So I think that's what happens when you don't really have a clear direction of where you're going. But it seems like right now they do have a clear direction, right?
Yeah.
But I think they're kind of easing their fans into. I don't think at this point it seems like they want to
Software wise, I think they got a clear direction. Hardware wise, I'm still a little bit confused on what's going on.
I think they're testing the water with this, you know, like you're saying, with this whole maybe hybrid consoles or kind of hybrid console PC. I think they're gonna test the waters with that shit. Ultimately, I think it's not gonna be able to compete with obviously PlayStation, which, you know, it's pretty much captured the audience, the console gaming audience. Like it is what it is. Like, it's sad to say. Well, some people think it's sad to say that like PlayStation is kind of just the default console right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's just default.
The default home console, yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Like, obviously, the Switch is a great and it's gonna sell well, but like it doesn't provide the same experience as a PlayStation 5. You understand? Like they feel too. Like it's not in the same market. Really.
That Switch
Nintendo got the handheld console, PlayStation home console, and everybody else is everybody else.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna be bad news for everybody. It doesn't mean that PlayStation is gonna start wilding out. You know, since this, maybe because competition is not as stiff as it used to be. Who knows? Maybe you might start seeing a different side of PlayStation. Hopefully, they still keep gamers in mind and don't get too greedy with all this mind share in the market right now. You know what I mean? Hopefully they
we need desperate Sony, man. Desperate PlayStation.
Yeah, any desperate companies, period, is always a good thing. Like,
it's good for the consumer.
Yeah, for us, exactly. Good for us when they get desperate. Like, look at, for instance, Ubisoft. Where we just talked about Assassin's Creed. They not doing like I don't know if it's like a season pass or something. Like, they're giving us all the content and stuff like that. And you know they're giving the game out to everybody to review it. It looks like it's gonna be packed with content. AMD, who was on like, you know, a bad side with the GPUs, they come out with a consumer friendly price and with some good performance. You know, we see what these companies do when they on the back end. PlayStation was there, Xbox has been there, like, so yeah. I don't know who could, like, Sony. In terms of Sony, what's gonna have to keep them honest? I mean, that live service initiative definitely was a punch in the mouth for them. Like, people shitting on that and it not working well was definitely a nice punch in the mouth for them, so they could get back to focusing on the single player shit. But we'll see how it goes from there.
All right. Since we're on the topic of, you know, talking about Xbox and Microsoft and stuff like that, Microsoft has introduced some AI to help players finish games. AI Copilot. Tony, so this is pretty much
you need that.
Don't use my jokes when I'm about to use it for you, brother. I'm about to use a joke. I'm about to hit you with a joke and you're trying to reverse card it already. I was about to say, Tony, this is a perfect feature for you, bro. I think you can use this Xbox AI Copilot, bro. I think you need that, brother.
I didn't even hear about this. Yo.
Yeah, so pretty much, you can. I think they were trying to do some sort of demonstration where it's pretty much you're just asking for advice on, I guess, how to beat the games or some shit like that, and pretty much you got like an AI assistant, you know.
Yeah, one of the examples they used during the video was like a character first time playing Minecraft picked up some wood and they put in a text prompt like so that's crazy. I didn't even think it says, okay, I got some wood, what can I do with that? and then the co-pilot replied by telling them, like, you know, open the inventory, place the logs in the crafting area, turn the wood into planks and shit like that. So,
That'll be good for Kofi. He be playing all his games with a guide up. So,
Oh my
um,
god, bro.
but my thing is, who doesn't? So, my thing is this: for a game like Minecraft, I've never played it before, but does the game not tell you what to do with certain stuff already?
I'm pretty
That's
sure it
Tony.
does.
That's
I've never
Tony's
played it either. I
favorite
don't
game.
know.
That's
But
Tony's favorite game of all time, bro. So
I
just
got
ask
Oh,
him,
I
bro.
do have the
Ask him,
platinum.
bro.
I do have the platinum. I do have
Look,
the platinum in
of
there.
course.
So speak on it.
Uh,
When you picking up like new items and new material in Minecraft, is it one of those games where it just doesn't tell you what to do? You do whatever you want?
Yeah, I don't think it does. I don't think it does. It might be different now. There might be tutorials now.
Okay.
There might be. I think there probably is maybe some accessibility, but back when I played it, it was just you just had to figure it out. You just put things in the
Yeah.
crafting table, see what happens when you put things in. You look it up online, like how do you build this? How do you build that? But
Okay.
so yeah,
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 see,
yeah.
so for certain games, like I'm thinking about like a Souls-like game where 'cause a lot of times they
Mhm.
kind of just drop you into the world and you either got to
Mhm.
do some real reading onto certain items to figure out what's going on, or you looking shit up online sometimes, or you just figure it out as you go. Like I think that could kind of ruin the experience though. Like I couldn't imagine like playing Bloodborne when I played that shit for the first time, trying to figure everything out and how that works. It was frustrating,
Mhm.
but when I finally figured it out, it was one of the best
Yeah,
experiences I've ever
it's beauty
had.
in the process. It's beauty in the
Yeah, beauty in the
process.
Mhm.
struggle.
So I don't know if this is strictly for people like for accessibility, like people maybe just further progresses people who struggle with maybe have certain
Mhm.
disabilities and stuff like that. I don't know if this is a feature that's mainly for them or are they marketing this as a feature for everybody to pretty much use. Is this like for
Yeah.
accessibility? I'm
it'll be
I'm
like a
asking.
game mode, or if at the very
Probably.
least, it'll probably just be an option you can toggle on or off, right? Just like
Right.
anything
Yeah,
else.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I would think you're right, Kofi, in the sense that it is for accessibility. It might be something that
My,
they probably will ask you if you want to have it on at the beginning. And then
nah,
you can go from there.
I'd assume it's
Okay.
probably for everyone. Just the same
Oh yeah.
way. It's not that it's AI, but there's a PlayStation version of here's how you
Oh,
get this trophy, here's how
oh,
you
like
get
the
this, here's
help.
how you get that,
Okay,
right?
Mm.
that is
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
That is
yeah.
true.
But
That might
that
Yeah,
be
is
cause
something
something.
similar.
But that's kind of something you do have to seek out a little bit, right? Like if you go on the trophy list and
Hmm.
then you
Hmm.
look at the trophy and then you can see how to get
Yeah,
help.
yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like for this, it's like if you playing the game and maybe you stuck. Yeah, I guess you probably will maybe have to seek it out as well. Maybe they go into the
Hmm.
options menu and then type in the text prompt to see what to do with it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I guess you kind of right in that sense that it's in a similar way.
well, while we're on
Hmm.
AI, while we're on
Mhm.
AI and stuff like that, it's definitely really interesting to see how it's going to be integrated when in gaming in general. Whether like the pros, I would love to see the pros. Um, I felt like there was a conversation going on, especially um when this happened. I think something leaked from Sony where they were experimenting PlayStation
Yeah.
characters in AI. I think they had like a video of
Mhm.
Aloy,
Yep.
and it was like an AI video of Aloy and stuff
Yep.
like that. And I was telling Jay, man, yo, they don't need to use no AI for that, yo. She already robotic as it is. You know what I mean? They don't need no AI for that.
She's already
Um,
AI.
yeah,
That
she
shit was
already
kind of
AI,
weird
yo.
though. It was kind of creepy. I didn't get to see the video, but I read up on it. It sounded a little awkward.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you
Yeah.
would want to play that for.
So I
Use that.
watched the video. The voice wasn't like AI Aloy's voice. It was like a standard um like a Siri type of voice or something like that.
Okay.
Oh,
But
okay.
it was her character, and he was asking her questions like about herself. So like more like lore type questions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so like they would ask her like who she is as a character. Try not to get into spoilers. Like who she is as a character. They even asked her like certain character traits that she might have in comparison to other characters and stuff like that. So it seemed cool for like lore type stuff. But then when he was actually like playing the game and stuff like that, you could like ask them about certain areas and they'll explain to you like what this area is.
Mm.
It's a little bit of history about that area and stuff like that. Um
I
Basically
think
kind of the stuff you could read in the text documents and stuff
Yo,
like
I
that.
think if it's implemented well, we might see some pretty cool stuff with a Siri like AI type shit in video games, bro. Even in gameplay type shit. I think with a creative mind with AI, they probably could do something cool with that. Look, I'm not someone who's super anti AI. I know a lot of people in the gaming industry is anti AI because they feel like it's gonna pretty much replace humans, and I'm sure to some capacity it will.
Oh, for sure. they getting humans out of here.
As much as there's negatives towards it, I think there's a whole lot of benefits. What we could see in AI when it comes to like gameplay. Can you imagine playing like some sort of RPG and whether like maybe dialogue is like AI generated, but it's within the parameters that make sense of like in the game story and lore. Like maybe some cool shit could happen there where everyone's shit might be like unique and stuff
different,
like that, you know? So I think if it's implemented well, we might actually see some really cool shit from AI. But it also posed a question for me, you know what I mean? For the and I want to ask Tony and Dark this as well as you, J Main. Okay, so
yeah.
All right, you know how like a Naughty Dog game takes like 5-6 years to make. You know how like GTA takes like 10 years. We haven't got GTA in like over 10 years or some shit now.
12 years.
12 years or some crazy shit like that. Yo, would you sacrifice real life employees, right? If an AI would cut the development time of a game, would you be okay with that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Really?
You say no.
People that would do that are the ones that are not. They're not making art. They're just making money. And I understand the money. It's just the amount of jobs that you know that they could cut if they had full reign. The amount of jobs that they would cut just to save, a year or two of development would be insane. And I can't. The lengths of AI can only go as far as like improving visual fidelity, frame rate, and performance. Like that's fine, that's cool. But the second you start finding ways to cut corners to where you're ripping out chunks of your department because you don't need them no more, just to save an extra year or two, I can't.
Okay, so
it's gonna be a really weird turn.
Let me paint a scenario. Okay, Dark. Let me paint a scenario. Say I'm building an open world game, right? And instead of I'm not obviously a game developer, but I'm gonna imagine that there has to be people that build the framework, maybe the skeleton of the open world, the world they're trying to build. So how about they have this sort of AI program who can pretty much make an open world game, a generic open world game pretty quickly to the theme of the game that they're trying to make, and then we have people going into that world to maybe put their own twist into it, significantly reducing time, right? So it still has that human touch. You're still not cool with something like that?
At that point, it sounds like a tool that developers would be using, right? To help expand the player interaction.
Might need less people though. That might go for like, we don't need as much developers
Probably
for
wouldn't,
that.
Yeah, you're right.
You might not need. We might need a few.
A tool like that would be cool, but that'd be a really tough call.
I ain't gonna hold it for me.
I can't.
If a Naughty Dog game could come out in 3 years,
chill. With online.
You're fired.
Online.
You're fired. You're fired. Kevin. Yo, because look, I'm not trying to get morbid here. J-Main, you 30-some, I'm 30-some. How many more GTAs do we got before our eyes roll behind our heads, bro? How many more GTAs do we really got, bro? God. Like, I know it's kind of depressing to think that we might only get 3 more GTAs before we dead. Low key.
Bro. Yeah, at this pace.
At this pace, we might get 3 GTAs before we dead.
Yeah,
that's
either that or they gotta change up how they like the releasing the game, like make it a evolving world, like over time, shit like that, where they just drop in single player missions in new areas over time, and GTA is just this ever expanding world. But like you said, at the rate it's going now,
bro, it takes too long to make a game, bro. If AI is gonna cut a game development time from 7 years to 2-3 years, and a couple hundred people lose their job, man, as a consumer, it's hard for me not to roll with that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I definitely would feel for the people, but as a consumer, it's hard for me to choose the latter. I'm sorry, bro. I know it might sound like I'm a piece of shit, but I'm definitely considering the AI computer to help make these games work faster. How about you, Tony? What are you picking?
I I take the quicker time. I take the quicker
You'll
development
take the
time.
quick.
Right?
I'll take the quicker development.
Maybe not with Naughty Dog, because maybe you should leave. I mean, the best for the best and leave it as is. But the other studios, yeah, y'all can cut some corners, man. Y'all can cut some corners.
It's definitely certain aspects of a game. No, I'm not like I don't want.
Yeah, we
like,
need a
AI
human
really
touch.
involved
Yeah,
too
we need a
much.
human
Yeah,
touch.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
like,
The
how
writing
about
and
it?
all that kind of thing.
Exactly. But how about AI? Like once again, like I described, builds like a skeleton of the world, like of a fantasy world, and now you need the artist to go in there and kind of correct things, put their add to it. But that just cuts a lot of time. Like it just cut a whole bunch of time. But
Right.
but with this device, you're hiring less artists, maybe less. You know what I mean? You might not have as much artists working on a project. I don't know.
Yeah.
You start that shit, they're gonna take it to the extreme. You
They're
know,
gonna
you're
take it.
You're
I
gonna
do
take it
agree
too
with
far.
that.
That
But
is
if
true.
that-
I
That's a
do
good
agree
point that
with
you're
that.
bringing up. That's a good point.
Another
you do
thing is
bring
though
up.
that would bring the cost down, so maybe they might go back to taking a few more risks.
Yeah.
You know, they're not like this is
Oh, to
too
make
too
it-
expensive to
to
start taking
make a
risk.
game.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
short
yeah.
term. Y'all thinking real short term. What about 10 years from now? It's gonna be terrible, bro.
So I was gonna be terrible. Like it's gonna be all AI. You think they're just gonna go
It's
further
gonna be
with
all
it, right?
AI.
They're
At
gonna go
that point,
further
they're
with
gonna
it.
start AI voices, AI dialogue. It's gonna be 5 people working on a game.
Okay,
It's gonna be crazy.
could this be the whole cloud streaming conversation all over again? Like where it's just AI is just taboo? Because once upon a time, you could say cloud streaming to people and people will go crazy. But now it seems kind of people accepted it. Whether it be xCloud, I see people brag about it. Whether it be the PS Portal, how it has all these streaming games, people brag about it. Once upon a time, in this same gaming community, if you're saying you're streaming a game, they will laugh you out the room. They're saying, "What's wrong with you?" But it seems to be a little bit more acceptable today. So, is it more so that okay? How about this AI technology happens in the game and they use it for voice acting? But how about if the voice acting is good? Have we ever thought of that scenario where like we're thinking like, yo, the voice acting is actually pretty good? Shit, and if someone didn't tell you that was AI, you wouldn't even know if that was AI.
Right.
How about
And it's
that?
good as
Like,
hell, like, oh,
could
shit.
there be a scenario where like the AI shit is actually like, yo, nah, this AI is kind of cooking right now, bro? Can that be a real life scenario as well, where we're like we
Absolutely.
can't distinguish the difference?
Absolutely.
That's
Remember the
so
whole
funny.
music shit? Like, when the people was dropping music and some of that shit was
Yeah.
good, and you're like, oh shit, this is an AI song. This ain't even the real artist doing this. Like
Bro,
they was really imitating
what's-
the artists.
And what's wild is, you're bringing up music, which is a great example. Which I think this is an ongoing conversation in the music industry and around music circles as well. Remember, we don't even have to look back that far. We look at Drake's push-ups when that shit dropped. What did everyone say it was? Everyone thought it was AI.
It was- everybody
the
thought
whole
it was
time,
AI,
everyone
yeah.
thought that shit was fake. That shit, everyone thought it was AI. It turned out to be the real fucking Drake. It turned out to be the real Drake, and niggas thought that was AI the whole time.
And then
Fire.
he dropped the AI track with Taylor Made.
You know what I'm saying? So
Kendrick, we need ya.
Can it be a case where shit, the AI actually cooks? I don't know, man.
I
It would
feel
be
you on
good.
that. I don't know, for such shit like voice acting, or at least shit like character creation. I don't know. I just like that human touch to be involved somewhere, especially at the core level of it, because I just think I don't know.
I do agree. I do agree with that though. It has to be some
but the
humans
thing-
involved.
But the
Yeah.
thing is, I don't know if my reasoning is even for the point that I don't think AI could come up with this. I just think that it's like a selfish reason. Like I don't want a robot create my characters like that. Like I just want a human connection there somewhere. Because maybe deep down, maybe I am scared that the fucking AI can create a character like Joel or Ellie or something like that, and that should be fire, or a dope ass, deep ass character. And I'm like, damn, like that's crazy that you could do something like that and not have no like real humans inputting on something like that. So I don't know. I think it's more of because, like you said, it possibly could happen, and then we at the point where they're not hiring voice actors no more. That's the part where you say like it gets morbid and stuff like that because people are losing jobs and there's less jobs out here. And this is the type of shit that we grew up on and came into the industry with, where people, made a name for themselves for being voice actors for characters or creators of characters and stuff like that. So
It's
But
dystopian.
one could make an argument. I guess I'm gonna play the devil advocate guy too a little bit. But one could make an argument. But we've seen this in other sectors of our daily lives. Like once upon a time, we used to consume music like this. Now that whole side of shit is pretty much now it's become niche and kind of like now if you buy a vinyl, it's like it came back as a collector's item thing. You know what I mean? Like it came back a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? Is this just a natural progression that we're gonna have to deal with? Because sometimes it just be like that, right?
I think it is. I don't think AI is going anywhere.
Yeah, it's
As
not
much-
there yet,
Yeah.
but it's once it gets there, and they can legally use it for whatever they want, they'll inject it into video games, and they'll make their money.
Look at how it's impacting like optimization now in gaming with these upscalers, AI upscalers, and stuff like that.
Yeah, some people don't like it. Some people
Yeah,
already
a lot
use
of
that.
right, because it like you see in like PC spec sheets now recommending AI upscaling
And frame
as
generation and all of
and
that.
frame generation and all of that, right? For games, and it's like, damn, like we're not optimizing it for that resolution anymore. You optimize it for a lower resolution, then upscale it or something like that. And I don't know. I think the results are mixed when it comes to that.
I think it can be avoided though. I think this is a technology that it's one of those that just can't be avoided. That it's something
And
that's
yeah.
it's gonna happen sooner or later. You know what I mean? Like companies are investing so much in this. You already know how Nvidia is investing so much in AI technology. Like I think it's something that it's inevitable. It's just one of those type of situations. But once again, I hope it starts off as a tool, like just to help speed up the process. Because once again, also a game taking so long to come out, like we already talk about how the gaming industry is a little bit unsustainable with the budgets and all sorts of shit of these AAA games and how much it costs to make.
Yeah.
Some of these technologies help, smooth over those things. I don't know. Once again, I think we could actually sit down and make a list of a lot of pros and cons. I think even Tony brought up a good possible pro where maybe if AI could get some of the cost of these games out, maybe they'll take more creative risk in a sense of trying to make something different, right? We're playing it safe, where we get these same kind of samey AAA games, right? So I guess there would be a lot of pros and cons that we could make a list. So I guess we just gotta weigh it. Is it more good or more evil? You know what I mean? So
For sure.
And this is a
Don't let Paris
top.
hear it though. Holy.
This is a topic for another day, maybe even not in this podcast. But I was having a conversation with somebody the other day about how I think the internet, as much as we have access to information, it ruined creativity. Because people like businesses and stuff like that, they look online for trends and what people are fans of, and they rather follow that to make the sure buck, rather than before when you had like the local news, or maybe you had your magazines or your papers, which everybody didn't access or everybody didn't read. You were willing to take more risks because the conversation wasn't as loud of what people liked directly. Like you'd have to take a chance and see what people liked, rather than now what people like, and so you rather go and chase that trend than create something new.
yeah.
So
But I think in this world there's always going to be outliers, that step out the box
That
and do
will.
something creative, right? Like we could say that in the film industry, like like all these movies are all the fucking same, but if you go to look at like an indie scene, right, independent movies, they're doing like some cool shit there, creative shots and creative movie styles, right? So I guess there's always going to be outliers that do something different, and try to push the art form forward as well. So, there's that.
Chat saying your mic is low.
Oh, well, hopefully it's better now. Maybe I just wasn't talking into it. Maybe I wasn't talking into it properly. All right, so let's move on to another topic. Battlefield 6. I'm gonna leave this for you, J-Main and Tony. I think y'all the Battlefield guys. I'm not even really a big Battlefield guy. Did you see the leaks?
Did I? I'm hunting them down at this point. I'm hunting them down at this point.
I saw
Y'all
a few
didn't
of
sign
them.
up for the beta? Y'all didn't
I
sign up for the
did.
beta?
I didn't get in though yet. They said that the chances of getting into that Battlefield Labs is like winning the lottery at this point, because so many people signed up for it. I remember first happened. I was on my flight back from Florida, and I was at the airport, and I went onto the queue. The queue was like 2 hours just to get to my turn to actually start the sign up, and my Wi-Fi was messing up, of course, on the flight, so it reset like 2 or 3 times, and then I finally signed up. But it was like thousands, it was like 200,000 people ahead of me. Each time it reset, it was like 200,000 people ahead of me. So I didn't get in though. I don't know anybody actually that has gotten in.
Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
All right.
Me neither.
So Tony, yo, what you
But
want to see
yeah,
from this
yeah,
battlefield? What do
yeah.
you want to see from this battlefield, yo? Like,
So I
I
know a
don't
lot
know.
of people. They always say, they want it to go back to like Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, and I'm with them on Battlefield 3. That's probably that's top three. That's top three online games for me right there. Top three. I put it up there. Factions, Battlefield 3, right?
Yep.
But four trash. I did not like 4. People act
You
like
don't like
4 and 3 is
4?
like people act like 4 and 3 are like neck and neck. I'm like, nah, that game was buns compared to 3. But this looks like it's got that Battlefield 3 vibe, and so I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I didn't play, what was it, 42 or the last one that they
20,
dropped.
28, yeah,
I
28.
tried it. I
2042,
tried it.
5.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like we
I
played like
tried
a
it. I
match or
tried it.
two
We
in
played
that
it.
shit.
We played it. We played it together.
Yeah.
But nah, that wasn't it. That wasn't it.
2042 was
Battlefield
good,
1,
but
That's it.
yeah.
one was cool, but obviously
Mhm.
it was way different. And then the one after that,
5.
that wasn't it. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. That wasn't it.
I like 5. Actually, I like 5 better than 2042. I wish I would have played more of 1. I was just tired of the World War One aspect of it. But the thing with Battlefield 1 is it was more it was like the experience felt more like how can I say this? Like you felt like you was actually like in that time period. It was more like damn, I forget how the word I'm looking for, but like they made you feel like a soldier within that time. Like you was definitely getting like that feel. So with 2042 though, I think what they fucked up is everybody didn't like how they went with the almost like hero shooter type
It's a
character
class.
classes.
It was like a class
Yeah,
system,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
that people
yeah.
were
Yeah,
complaining about,
and
right?
each characters had their own abilities, which I don't think they're fully getting rid of that because I think in this one you could see like they're going back to the standard 4 assault, support, engineer, and I forget what the last one would be, but they're going back to that less players. So I think it's going to be going back to like 64
Yeah,
versus
yeah, yeah.
64. And destruction looks good in this.
Yeah, I saw a clip of that.
Yeah.
It looked pretty crazy.
Immerse was
Yeah,
definitely the
pretty
word I was
crazy.
looking for. But
Yeah.
yeah, it looks good. I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah. I feel like after 64 players, it kind of was diminishing returns on the player count. Like, there's no need for all of this.
You're
There's
just
no
making
need
it
for all of
big
this.
just to make it big,
That's
right?
Just
that's
to
how
say
I
you
feel.
got those many
Pause.
people
Yeah.
on field.
Yeah.
What?
But
Niggas know I was
I
betting
like the sound
pause.
design. I like the sound. Hey yo, I like the sound design here. And yeah, since Battlefield 3, the only one I really put any kind of time in was Hardline, and then that was Visceral Games. They shut them down. So
Yeah.
I'm looking
Forgot
forward to
about
this. I'm
that
looking
game
forward to
actually.
this.
And this one they're talking about incorporating some of the movement from Battlefield 5. I think to me Battlefield 5 has some of the best movement with how you lean in and crouch running and stuff like that. Yeah, it seems like they're trying to incorporate all the best aspects from people's favorite Battlefields. So getting that
I like the look
immersion
of it.
back.
Yeah. I like the
Is it
look.
supposed to drop this year?
They didn't even put out a release date, so at some point before early next year, I think in between now and early next year.
Okay,
It's
so
supposed to be coming out.
So it's a possibility it might drop this year, but you don't think so though,
I
right?
think it's coming out this year. I think it's coming out this year.
Okay.
Yeah, the way that play test looked and the way because I feel like at this point they knew that the leaks was gonna happen. You inviting that many, well, not that many people, but you have that many people sign up and then people get in, they're gonna leak the contest. So I think they wanted it to be seen because I think they do feel confident that they're gonna have people support. I think it's coming out this year.
Okay. Hopefully they do some sort of open beta so we all could try it. You know, the people who didn't get
Oh,
it.
yeah.
They do some sort of
For
open
sure.
beta.
They got they got the camera shit back where like before you jump in on a player, like if you coming back to life, you can see that like how they doing in the combat, so you know like if it's a good spot to jump in on, revive yourself on and stuff like that. Squad
I
rolls.
heard you could pull people too. I think that
Yes.
isn't that
I
the new
saw
mechanic.
that.
Yeah, you can pull people.
That is a new mechanic. So down teammates, you can pull them to
They don't
a safer
they don't
area.
be picking people up. I remember playing that game. People will walk past you while you dead. You die bleeding. Man, just walk past you, bro. They don't be picking people up, bro. But
Nah,
that's
you
cool,
gotta
though. If you're partied up, right? Because I know they do the small groups thing, right? So if you're partied up, at least y'all together, they can help each other. So that's a cool mechanic. All right, so Battlefield 6, man. Hopefully it delivers for you, Battlefield fans. Are we even getting a Call of Duty this year? We are? Do you know?
That's a good question.
Probably should.
right? We get it every year, right? But
Yeah.
I remember when
Yeah.
Microsoft was
It's
talking
normally
about.
every year, but
I
yeah.
feel like they were saying something like they might start skipping a year to help. I don't know. I felt like that was like a conversation at some point in time.
I remember that. I remember that.
Does anyone know what Call of Duty 2025 looking like?
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure
don't know.
which who would be up next this year. Wasn't it Treyarch that dropped the last one?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
with Black
I
Ops
don't know.
6.
Yeah, so then it would be Sledgehammer or Infinity Ward.
Funny thing, I
So
didn't even play that shit, bro. That shit was in Game Pass. And I
Yo!
still
Nah,
didn't
me
even play
neither.
that
Me
shit,
neither.
bro.
Me
Me
neither.
either.
I
It was okay.
installed, bro. I
Me neither.
installed
I
that shit
installed
and
it.
never booted it up,
I
bro. That's
installed it.
fucking crazy,
Same.
bro. And it was in Game Pass, and that's where I tried it from. I just didn't even boot
Fact.
it up.
That's a fact.
Yeah, we gotta have a
Black-
conversation. We gotta have a conversation. Something about having access to too many games doesn't inspire you to play them.
Mhm.
I don't know if anyone has this feeling. Now, I might have discussed this before. Listen, I ain't no saint. You know what I mean?
High seas.
I have sailed the high seas on a video game before. I have, right? I ain't gonna front. I have, right? But I have never in my life completed a game that I sailed the high seas. There's something
Well-
about having just
Yeah.
access, too much, like free access to something
Where you
that
could
you
just-
you just don't respect it. When you buy something, right? When you spend the
Yo.
money,
You
and
feel like you
buy
gotta beat it.
and you feel like you gotta beat this shit, right? Or you feel like I invested some money in this, so now this is different. But when you have like just a wide variety of just access to shit, like you just become. That's why a lot of these, I ain't gonna say no names, but a lot of these people, when you start checking the expert, they try gamers. They just try this, a little bit of this. They try a little bit of this. One day they try it. They just try. They don't beat none. I feel like buying a game, when you buy a game, you fucking like it's a different kind of respect after you burning your money out of that shit. That you put a little bit different kind of attention to it than when you get something for free willy nilly. You know what I mean? I feel, that's just for me personally. I don't know if anyone
you know
else
you
feels
want
that
it.
type of way.
Yeah.
When having access to like that a library like that, or just or I could pirate any game. I just never beaten the game I've ever pirated or I've ever sealed the seal, bro. It never happened for me, not once.
The only game I beat that I downloaded on PC was that X-Men Origins Wolverine joint.
But that's understandable. You can't even buy that joint if you wanted to.
Right, but that's why I did
That's
like that game.
understandable.
Any other game that I did pirate, I tried it out. If I liked it, I bought it. So, but I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying though. But if it truly is a game I like, I'm gonna try to beat it. But it does make dropping it easier.
Yeah,
Like,
make
it's
it.
like, all right,
Yeah,
I'll
maybe
come
that's what
back to
is.
it. I'll come back to it. Like I like it, but it's like it's like if it's two games in front of me and it's like I like both of them, but I spent $60 or $70 on one and I didn't on the other one, I'm probably gonna go with the one that
I feel like you
I.
just don't respect it. It's a different type of respect when you actually buy something with your own money and you actually burnt that shit, bro. You actually went to work, you burnt that shit, and you bought something for real. Like I think it's a different level of respect than just getting some for like for free, whether like or you just pirated it or you just have a crazy library in Game Pass. I don't know, but that Call of Duty shit is wild. I can't believe I installed that shit. I never booted it up, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it, but
We installed it at the
it's just
same
a story
time. I
at this
remember we
point.
installed it at the same time and
Never
just,
played that
just
shit.
never got on it.
Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. All right, so I do want to talk about Grand Theft Auto real quick. GTA 6. There's been talks circulating around GTA 6 about it potentially costing $100. It's just a rumor. It's probably not true. And the game's gonna launch at a regular retail price that we're accustomed to. But there are talks, so it's just fun to entertain the conversation. It's fun to entertain the conversation. I want to also read the chat as well. How would you guys feel if GTA, the standard copy of GTA, cost $100? How would you
I
guys
feel
feel?
like everyone's there. I feel like everyone's there day one still. I think they see everyone. I think they see everyone saying they day one too.
I'm there.
I think they see it.
Everyone
I
I've
think they see
ever
it.
asked, anyone I've ever asked has said that they will drop $100 for this game. So I'm
Yeah.
100% sure. I'm
I'm
100%
not-
sure.
And then there's
it
the
is
thing.
time.
And there's the thing of they were the first one to jump to 70 as well, right?
Were they?
Oh, Take Two as
Yeah,
a
with-
publisher.
they
Yeah.
low
yeah.
key.
Well,
You're right about
They're
that.
pioneers. They're
So-
pioneers.
Mhm.
I'm not
It's
even
gonna
gonna
be
front.
on
I'm
that.
not gonna pretend like I wouldn't buy that. Like I don't even think I would even hesitate too. I don't even think I would think
No.
twice
Because
to buy that.
it's because you feel like it's going to be
Mhm.
worth that much. Like you feel like you wouldn't be
exactly.
gypped of your money. That's what it. Because that's why I was asking that question on Twitter. Like if they had like the minimum was $70, but you could pay more if you want to.
I'll pay
Would
the
you
minimum.
feel?
I'll pay the minimum.
You know,
Sorry.
a lot of
I'm
people would pay the minimum,
I'm
but
paying the minimum.
a lot of
You give me
people
the
would
choice.
not. If you give them the choice, exactly.
Yeah, I'm paying the
So-
minimum.
I feel
give me the
like-
choice.
I do feel like a lot of people would know better than to like jump off the porch and be like, "Oh, they charging 100, we charging 100 too." I think
Not every
That's
game
what
would do
I'm
that.
I think
saying.
it's gonna flop. I think it's gonna flop.
That's
for
what
Is
I'm
everyone.
there
saying.
any game you would pay that much for other than Grand Theft Auto?
See GTA.
No,
I
like
personally
something.
feel like
Yeah,
GTA
Naughty
might be
Dog.
one of the only
than that.
game franchise. I'm not even talking about Rockstar as a whole. I'm talking about this franchise specifically. Might be the one of the only game franchise that might be able to get that off,
It is.
and without
It's literally the
minimum
one.
without minimum backlash. I even think if
That's
Call of
right.
Duty came out with a standard edition that costs $100,
Oh, hell
it'll get
no,
more.
nah.
It'll get more backlash.
Yeah.
Hell
GTA
yeah.
might get minimum
Absolutely.
backlash
Because you
Just-
get Call of Duty every year.
Exactly.
GTA, we haven't got one in 12 fucking years.
That's that was the point exactly I was about to bring up. We haven't got a GTA
So
in 12 years, and I think we all expect a certain level of quality out of a GTA, and that their track record kind of shows that if you buy this game, you're playing it for years and years to come, whether it be the online component, whether if you're just enjoying the story. Apparently, they hired the people who do the real life shit. What's it called? The GTA.
the RP.
Okay.
The
Role
RP,
playing.
yeah, the role playing. Apparently, they merged those people into the whatever, and they might have a role. So maybe there might be some role playing shit in this. It might be. I don't know, man. That 100, that might be. I won't hesitate. I'm sorry to say that. I know it's taboo.
Yo.
We shouldn't say it as gamers, as consumers, but I'm telling you, if GTA 6 standard edition was $99, I'm throwing that down without even blinking. I'm sorry to tell
Y'all
you.
opening a door. Y'all opening a really
That's about to be
door.
one- that's about to
And
be like
once you
120
open
for
that
you,
up,
though,
there,
right,
you
Kofi?
can't close it after that. It's done after that.
Yo,
Naughty Dog
yo,
gonna follow suit. I promise.
Yo, Dark, but the thing is, other companies are gonna try to get. I don't doubt that other companies will try to get that off, but I think they will fail horribly. They'll fail horribly, though. That's a problem.
Most
And
of them
they-
will.
They will like
Some-
imagine
some is failing at
Ubisoft coming
70.
out and saying that like, yo, our game is like $100, bro. Like, like, or a game like imagine like Star Wars Outlaw, $100, bro. It's not gonna work for everybody. It's really not gonna work for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
So
think GTA is the only company that might, or the only gaming franchise that might be able to get that off, and people might just shut the fuck up and pay for it, like minimum backlash.
and I was mentioning this maybe before the pod, but I'm looking at the pre-order charts on PlayStation right now. Those $100 edition of games be topping the charts versus the standard edition. So that's why I also like when you give people the option of the different editions, sometimes they still go with that $100 edition, especially if it comes with certain amount of like content and shit like that. But I'm looking at the pre-order charts on PlayStation. MLB The Show 25, $100 edition is number one. Number two, Assassin's Creed Deluxe Edition, $90. Like those editions are topping the regular
You ain't
editions
lying about
already.
that. People do buy that.
What are we doing? What are we doing right now?
I'm telling you, people be
crazy.
buying the deluxe editions or these collector's editions over the standard edition.
You ain't lying. Like, yo, a lot of people come on the internet and pump fake with that shit, but the reality of the fact, like, yeah, like what Jamie's saying is absolutely right. You go to the PSN store, you go to the Xbox Live store, you go to Steam. The highest editions usually be the ones getting priority. Yo, people are paying for the highest editions, bro. People are paying.
Whether it's early access, extra content and stuff like that, like they want the best one.
Especially if it's from I ain't going for. I bought 3 copies of Sparking Zero, bro. Like if it's imagine if it's a franchise you love too. If it's a franchise, or
Oh
thing
yeah,
you love,
everybody
you be
bought that
down.
shit to play it early too. Wasn't it the early
Yo,
edition
man.
for Sparking?
Yeah.
Yo, J-Main,
Yeah.
imagine buying 2 copies, you get cleaned up in all 3. It's crazy, right?
Oh my god, bro. Yo, Tony is finna get fired day one.
Hold
This
up.
guy's on this podcast shooting at me all day, bro. I'm finna fire this guy.
Can we wake up how Sparking Zero came and went, or that's for another episode?
Nah, we were just playing the
I was
other
like
day in the
2
Discord,
months.
bro. We were
Yeah,
playing the
that
other
shit
day in the
dead.
Discord, bro.
Nigga, that shit dead. Ain't nobody playing that shit no more.
I played
dog.
it the other day in the Discord. No bullshit.
Nah, I ain't
bro.
talking about you, nigga. I'm talking, what that community looking like?
The player
You know
count.
what? I don't know. But honestly, with that Daima shit, I think when those DLC characters come in, I think it's gonna start popping off again. So I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Because Daima
people
was
gonna fuck
hype.
with it.
You know what I mean? So if those characters get integrated into that game too, I think people are gonna definitely revisit Spark and Zero. What? And you saying that? I'm glad that game exists. Like I've put at least 80 hours between the PC and the console version. So, and I still play here and there occasionally. I still play here and
That's
there.
nothing.
occasionally, so-
Certain guys got 500 hours in a game that dropped 2 months ago. You know, you know what I mean? 80 hours, that ain't nothing.
Yeah, yo. Yeah, yo. So no, I still play Spark and Zero from time to time because it's a really good Dragon Ball game. So I still play that shit. But yeah, GTA $100, man.
People
Hey,
buying
man.
that shit.
They pushing out physical copies.
Still,
You want to
still
spend
dropping this year? Still
$100
dropping this
on a
year?
digital?
What are you saying?
Yeah, I never really agreed with digital pricing to begin with. I felt like digital games should have been discounted. But once again, obviously, if a company could get away with it, they're going to charge the same. So
Love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I love it here. I love it here, bro.
I can't wait for
this is right
Tony's
where I wanna be.
GTA. I can't wait for Tony's GTA video. Saints Row better, or low key, or GTA mid.
Absolutely.
I can't wait for
That gameplay feels like Red Dead 2.
like.
It's on the way. It's on the way.
All right.
Is it dropping this year still?
Yes,
think it
sir.
is.
It's still on
I
schedule.
don't think so.
It's
There's
still
You
no
don't think
way.
it's dropping this
There's
year?
no way.
It has to,
Why
it
would
has
it
to.
not get delayed?
I
If it's
think
going,
it will.
I don't
It's
know.
coming
I
out
think it
this
will
year,
at
bro.
point.
Why not
March
this year? Like,
2026, bro.
why you say not this year
Maybe
though?
based off history.
It's Rockstar, yeah. It's GTA.
based
It's
off history.
Rockstar. I just don't have. They've never given me a reason to believe that they're not gonna delay it. So
It's
They've been
it's been delayed
I'll be
once, right?
surprised.
Already, right? Has it been delayed
Nah.
once?
Mhm.
I don't
I don't
think it
think
was
so.
delayed. I think the
I don't
first trailer
think
just
so.
gave us a 2025.
Or was it?
Yeah.
I think we're
Yeah.
hearing about internal delays. I don't think it
Like,
officially
yeah,
got delayed.
Yeah,
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 not
yeah,
Internal
yeah,
ones,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or
'Cause they-
Jason Triaction or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now they standing on like the
They're
end of this
standing
year.
on it.
Oh, I'll be
I-
surprised.
I
Mhm.
think the whole gaming industry is waiting for this. I know PlayStation's waiting for this. I know Xbox is waiting for this game to drop because I think everybody's
That's
gonna
gonna
eat.
sell.
Yeah, everyone's gonna eat when this
Mhm.
game
Yeah.
drops. Not just
Sales gonna
Rockstar.
go
Everybody's gonna eat.
For sure.
It's coming to
You know
the
what I
Switch too, or what?
Anyways,
Absolutely
No,
not.
no way.
moving
No
on.
way.
They might get 5.
Yeah, they might get
Might
GTA
get
5.
5 at
Yeah.
best.
Yeah,
at
They
they're
best.
gonna
definitely
get
get 5 in
GTA
Red Dead 2. And
Yeah.
Red Dead 2
2
gonna be fire. I'm gonna play Red Dead 2 on it, but it's not good enough. 6.
I could definitely see the Switch getting Red Dead 2 and GTA 5, but not getting GTA 6. I can 100% see
Yeah.
that.
This year gonna be
Um,
crazy, man. We still got a whole launch lineup from Nintendo coming, like that we don't know shit about.
Exactly.
Yes,
the Mario
sir.
Karts, maybe a 3D Mario, who knows, or 2D, who knows, bro, what's dropping this year. Maybe a Zelda, who knows. It's gonna be a big year for
3
gamers
more
because like
weeks.
a lot of great games have come out already. Like we're
Mhm.
looking at Monster Hunter, that's like a 90 on Metacritic. People who are enjoying Kingdom Deliverance or whatever it's called 2, people are enjoying
Split
that game.
Fiction.
Split Fiction's another, I think it was a 90 Metacritic game as well. So far,
Mhm.
a lot of great games are coming. I think South of Midnight is gonna turn out pretty well. I think it's gonna review well from what I
That come out
played
this
in the
month?
preview. I think it's next month.
Next
I
month.
think
Oh,
Oh yeah, we
shit.
still got Doom.
And we
Dark
got Doom.
Ages.
Yeah, we got
Come
Doom that's coming
on.
out, which
That
is
game looks
fantastic.
fucking fire, yo. I can't wait for that. Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed, I think is gonna score. Hold
I
on,
think it's gonna
predictions
score
right now.
good.
Assassin's Creed, which I think in the Metacritic is looking
80,
like
87,
high
88.
80s.
7.
Yeah, high 80s.
High 80s.
7.
It's looking clean.
From
I got
from
87.
everything I've seen, I think I'm thinking the only way it gets a 90 if the story is fire. Like that's the only way.
Yeah.
In terms of the gameplay looks on point. The graphics looks on point. Honestly, it looks like
Mhm.
Ubisoft actually put their foot into this one for real, and I can't wait to try it after the pod. But if I were to just say a Metacritic, I'm gonna say 87, 87,
so we-
88. I think
We
it's
all
gonna be
kind of in the
something
same
different.
ballpark.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If it gets a 90, that'll be huge for them because
When the last Assassin's
the
Creed got a
last
90?
it might have been 2.
3?
I don't even think 3 got a
Three
90.
three didn't even get a 90.
Not
3 got an 84.
I don't think people like 3. I think 2.
I like 3. I don't know.
I think 2.
Yeah, 2. You're right.
Okay.
2.
2 might have been the last one. I don't even think the funny thing, Brotherhood was fantastic.
Brotherhood was close, 89.
Yeah, that game is fantastic, and I don't even think that.
So
got
that's
a
pretty
90.
much. Black Flag was great. That got an 88. Assassin's Creed 2 was the 90. Yep. And the last highest one from then
I don't.
was
I think that's the
Damn, might
only
have
one
been-
that got a 90. So if this one gets a 90, that would be
Yeah.
a big feat for them. Loki, I want to see it happen. If the game deserves it, at least. If the game deserves it, then I want to see
If
it
it don't come out broken and like you said, the story's good,
yeah.
it could probably be a 90.
The gameplay's looking on
Well-
point, so I think the story is gonna have to carry pretty much at this point to push it that far.
Damn, Syndicate got a 76. Oh man, I like
Oh, wow.
Syndicate.
I like Unity. Unity was dope, bro. I played it after
Unity
the
was
patches
good.
and shit. I played it
Yeah,
after
it
the
launched
patches and
broken.
shit.
It launched a little fucked up, but Unity
Yeah.
was good. I liked Unity.
Unity was really good.
I got a 72.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't score well
I
at
think
all.
Rough.
Oh well, off to some more news. Split Fiction has passed 2 million copies sold in 1 week. Love to see it.
that's great.
I like seeing that guy
That's
win,
Real
bro.
good.
As it should.
Yeah.
I like seeing that
Especially
guy
because
win.
you get the free copy, and that's pretty impressive too. You get the one free drink.
Exactly.
So
So that's
Yeah.
low key. That's low key. What if someone's playing
Like
with
4
someone?
million
Four type
players.
shit.
Yeah, if someone's playing with someone who doesn't have the game. That's like 4 million people, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's really good, man.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him.
He said they're not trying to be like he's trying to stay independent, and I like that because he could be like creative and stuff like that. Like the fact that he could have a game that you could buy and then give it to another person for free.
That EA is allowing that shit is even
That's
commendable. That's commendable
crazy.
by EA too
That's
for letting
crazy.
that off.
Right.
Does anyone else even do that?
I've never seen no shit like
I
that.
don't know.
I'm saying.
Maybe I don't know. But the thing is, the game at its core like revolves around a second player so much, though. You know what I mean? Because it's literally designed for two people in mind, like for real, for everything that you do. Like even what we play, J-Main, with all the puzzles are pretty much interconnected. That you need someone else. So I guess they could have been like, all right, yo, you could matchmake. I guess they could have went the matchmaking route.
Doesn't it have matchmaking?
Maybe,
Or no?
maybe it already does. Who
Nah,
knows?
playing with randoms.
But it might not.
I mean,
might not be the same experience. Maybe that's why they,
Yeah.
they
It's
let
definitely
that
not.
route.
If they, especially if they ain't got like a mic or something like that.
But you see where a little goodwill could go far away. Look, a week, 2 million copies, right? Like goodwill means something to gamers, low key. Like if you do them right, usually gamers reward you too, right? So I don't know why more developers don't see it that way, where they take the greed approach. I'm sure there's some cases where developers do some goodwill and their game still flops. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure that exists as well. But sometimes you do the goodwill approach, and your game is fire on top. Sometimes like
on top of that, his bravado, I think
people like him. People like the guy.
People like that shit.
People like the guy. I like the guy.
People like a motherfucker that's gonna talk his shit and back it up at the same time. Like if you talking your shit, oh my game is this, that, it reviews well, then you get word of mouth as well. Oh, people are like, oh yeah, I'm fucking with that. People like that. People like the guy that talks shit and backs it up.
Yeah, for real. Another guy that people like, Kojima, yo. Yes, how y'all feeling about that Death Stranding trailer that y'all saw? I know y'all were confused just as I was. I was confused as shit watching that shit, but that shit looked fire. I don't give a shit. That shit looked fire.
You somebody that deep Death Stranding, and you still confused by that trailer.
Because I understand the first game, but the second game obviously is a new storyline. And once again, the first game didn't really come together until the ending, bro. And that shit kind of, I'm like, oh my god, it makes sense. Because there's so many fucking shits that going on at the same time, you just don't get it. Like they just throw these, like Kojima, but just putting these random cutscenes that you just don't even understand. But towards the end of the game, like that shit came together. The whole storyline with BB, which I will not spoil, and stuff like that for Death Stranding 1, and it made sense, and it really left you like, holy shit. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be one of those moments in this game as well. But what did you think of the trailer? I know we're confused about the storyline right now, but visuals, gameplay, like what are y'all thoughts about it?
Everyone I know that watched the trailer told me, absolute straight cinema. But I'm like, I was avoiding it because like obviously I didn't play finish the first one yet, and also it's a thing of I know I'm gonna be there day one, so and we're already so close that I'd rather not watch a little 10-minute video. So I don't watch it. I don't watch it. I just go into it. I want to kind of go into it blind. I want to go into it.
You're gonna be confused anyway, so you might as well watch.
That's all about as somebody who's like halfway through the first one, I watched it and I'm still like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
You're gonna be confused as fuck.
But the visuals, come on, what can we say more about the Decima engine? Looks incredible. Character models, visual, like character models, facial expressions.
Shit, bro, this shit's beautiful.
Almost like industry like setting the bar a little bit higher than what it was. A lot of people complain that Death Stranding environments are empty, but they some good looking empty environments. What I like to see too is the different like weather effects and different biomes. You see more like the green forest, and you had the one moment where it was like a bunch of burning shit happening, avalanches, floods and shit like that, like all those different type of environments going on at the same time. It looks good. Visuals, it looks good. I'm excited. I'm a beat this first one, and I'm ready for that second one.
Bro. The game is so like I'm just thinking about my time with Death Stranding 1. Like that game is so fucking unique. Like we got like a survival, almost like a survival horror mixed in with a fucking sim packaging game. Like who thinks of an idea like that? Like it's such a fucking wild idea. But honestly, it fucking works. Death Stranding is a game that you just gotta lock in and play. I recommend, like, if you're playing a game, Death Stranding is a game that you don't play it and something else. That's just my personal opinion.
At the same time.
Yeah, at the same time. It's a game that you just play and lock in, try and immerse yourself. When you immerse yourself in that shit, this shit is fantastic, bro. Like it starts off a little like strange. Like it's just a strange game, but it's really fucking good. My biggest critique of Death Stranding 1 is probably the shooting mechanics. Hopefully it's improved in Death Stranding 2.
Yeah.
The shooting mechanics, from Kojima, someone who played Metal Gear Solid 5, which that game has amazing gunplay and mechanics. Death Stranding's shooting mechanics were a little weak in my personal opinion. Obviously it didn't really focus on that too much because there were consequences in killing in that game. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah, you still do get in a lot of, like, as much as people call it a walking simulator, you can get into a lot of like combat situations.
And there were like boss. From what I remember, there was kind of like boss scenarios and shit.
Oh
yeah. In Death Stranding too.
So I was in the vehicle, right? I was just playing it the other day. In the vehicle, I'm driving to my next location, trying to avoid the BTs or whatever. The niggas pulled me out of my car. They pulled me out the vehicle and got me into like a boss battle or whatever. So those situations can happen. Yeah, they'll pull you out that shit.
And honestly, I'm looking at this one, at least going by this trailer, who knows? This might be a little bit more combat. It might be more action in this one. They might have more combat scenarios in Death Stranding 2. The game is good, man. I already know that Kojima is going to improve on what was a great foundation with Death Stranding 1. I'm really curious to see how the story is going to like. This game looks expensive. This game looks really expensive with all the actors and shit that they got going on in this shit. This shit looks really expensive.
I had no interest in the first game at all. I thought it was just going to be more of a movie than anything, so I skipped it. But I saw the 10-minute trailer. I was like, yo, I'm kind of mad. I don't know what's going on, and it looks interesting. So now I'm going to pick up the first game.
You going to try it out?
Bro. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to give it a shot.
Try it out, bro.
Give it a good 5 to 10 hours. Like, I think at that point, like it'll really like have you grasp, like hooked. To be honest, for me, the first 2 to 3 hours had me hooked. But if you still on the fence, it is. But if you're still on the fence after that, give it a couple more hours. I think it'll grasp you.
It almost plays like a role playing game in the sense where like it don't turn up. Like if you're someone who enjoys Persona, right? Like Persona don't really be turning up right off the bat,
like
right?
The first couple hours,
right?
Yeah.
It takes a while for Persona to turn up, and Death Stranding is kind of the same way in the sense where like when you start the game, like you don't have much equipment. Like you get all your cool shit as you play, as you progress. Right. You start like drip feeding you cool shit, whether that makes your the delivering packages easier and more efficient and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And once again, it's not just like, yo, you walk from here to there. Like throughout your journey, you're gonna avoid the BTs. You might gonna have to avoid I forgot the faction that hunt you down and try to steal your package. I forgot what they're called, but you're all in between you delivering the package as well. So it's not just you're just walking the package from here to here. You have to deal with the supernatural shit that's going on and the people that's trying to rob you.
The mules. So, you talking about the mules?
Yeah, the mules. Yeah.
Yep.
And try to rob you.
I don't mind. I don't mind the 5 to 10. Like, I'll if it's gonna pay off, I don't mind spending 5 to 10 hours for it to like really get to where it needs to be. But I thought it wouldn't. I didn't think it was gonna pay.
And the music is fantastic in that shit. That shit is just immersive, bro. The music is fucking fire, bro.
Did we? Oh, if you watched the trailer, you saw his nods to Solid Snake. We saw that in there.
Yeah. Clearly, everyone was thinking the same thing when he put the bandana on. I'm like, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, Kojima gonna let you know that he made the Metal Gear Solid games.
He did that shit. Remind everybody once again.
He don't give a fuck what Konami got to say. I made them games.
And it's pretty wild. Low-key, if we really think about it, we're getting 2 Kojima games this year, right? We're getting Delta. this year,
Yep.
and Death Stranding 2. So that's pretty fire, bro. You know, I mean, they both look good. Tony, have you played Metal Gear Solid 3? I know you're a young blood.
No
Have you played
sir,
Metal
no
Gear
sir, no sir.
Go ahead and play that. That's
5 was my
probably-
first one. Ground Zero was my first one.
Three
Ground
is
Zero.
legit. I can make the
Sheesh.
argument 3 is the best Metal Gear Solid game.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
on that. I'm on
Three is
that.
the
I'm on
best
that.
one.
Day one.
3 is the best
Coming
one
to
in
ever.
Switch 2. You know, I'm gonna pick it up over there. You know. Yeah.
That would be pretty cool if it did. That would be pretty cool. Yeah,
No,
man,
you
but,
heard it here first. I promise.
Look at that UE5 gonna have the Switch 2 sounding like a PS4.
I know that's
A
gonna be
base
hot as hell, bro.
PS4.
I promise it's not gonna be that bad. It's gonna be solid.
Yeah, man. So I'm definitely super excited for Death Stranding 2. This game looks like it's gonna be special. It does look. I once again, it does look a little bit more action packed, even more than
Yeah,
the other
some
one.
of
You know
them
what I mean, because a
Boss
lot of
fights look insane.
yeah. So definitely looking forward to Death Stranding 2. It's coming out June. I don't think I said this. It's coming out June 26th.
Oh, you released it.
Yeah, it did get a release date, June
Mhm.
26th. Crazy, my birthday's June 25th too, so it's gonna be a good birthday.
You getting that collector's edition for 230?
Man, I
230.
want that, bro. I can't even lie. I do
230.
want it. You know, PlayStation, holla at your boy. You know what I mean? Holla at your boy. Actually, Loki should be getting a review code copy for that because PlayStation is publishing the game. So, you know, PlayStation gonna hook me up, man. I know they
Yeah.
Right?
We should be getting. We should be getting.
Get out of here. You get shit. You know, PlayStation gonna do me
230 and it don't come with a physical copy of the game.
They don't like us, bro. They
Oh,
hate
man.
us.
Bro, who started that trend where the physical copies don't come in the fucking collector's edition?
Yo, but
What kind of collector's edition is that?
Hey man, y'all, it's for y'all digital boys, right? Y'all the digital boys over there, so that's what y'all get, bro. You know what I mean? We
At
want
least-
that
at
shit.
least-
Y'all the digital boys.
At least give a nigga a case or something. Like, you don't just get a code in a box. Like,
Yeah, man.
nah.
That's
the
the
feature
trend
thing.
now. That's like the trend right now.
Mhm.
Loki, I think PlayStation has done that with like a majority of their collector's editions now, giving a code.
Yeah. They fucking up with that.
Mhm.
I don't agree with that. Cause how you charging 230? Like how much? Like, come on.
Get a
You should-
disc
yeah,
copy.
A
yeah,
disc,
you should give,
bro,
you
a
should give
disc-
the gift.
It just don't cost that
Yeah.
much. And these is these are people that are collecting things. People like to collect physical items. That's why you put statues and shit in there. So of course they're gonna want a physical disc.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have like the option to have like a digital collector's edition or a physical collector's edition. Something like that.
Okay. All right, we got two quick topics I wanna talk about real quick. Apparently, the rumors they're buzzing with this Oblivion remake. Oblivion remake in Unreal Engine 5 is supposed to be getting. Apparently, it's supposed to come out next month, which is wild. People are saying it's coming out next month.
Yeah, apparently it's supposed to be getting like revealed and the release date is close to the reveal. They even like
Love to
hinting
see
at
it.
it being like a shadow drop.
Love to see it. I hope it's a Ninja Gaiden 2 Black
Style.
type of level of like we clean this up type shit. I hope it's like on that type of
Was
level.
Ninja question was Black made in UE5? Black 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
then it would be. So because this is supposed to be made in UE5.
I hope the character models and everything gets like a nice revamp. Do we know what studio is working on it? Bethesda's not doing it themselves, I assume, right? I'm pretty sure they got their hands full with something else. It's being outsourced, right? From
Most likely.
most likely, I would assume so, right? I don't think Bethesda's probably working on this. They probably outsourced this. Maybe they're co-developing it.
Oh,
I can't wait to-
Virtuous.
Virtuous?
Wait,
Is
is it
rumored?
Virtuous? According to the
Sounds
yeah,
familiar.
a technical art director from Virtuous. Yeah, I think it might be Virtuous.
I think
Okay,
Doc
so-
Trey found the developer for it too. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
I'm
looking
with
forward
it.
to that.
That was the first
looking
Elder
forward to
Scrolls game I beat
fire.
on a 360. I loved that game.
Yeah, that game's a heater.
That-
That game's a heater.
That was like one of the first like real RPGs I've ever played. Like, I mean, you can quote unquote call Pokemon an RPG, but like
Yeah, we know
Elder
you mean
Scrolls-
real RPG. Yeah,
real real RPG. Like Pokemon was the RPG that taught me about like elemental effects and shit like that.
Everyone started RPG.
Trying to beat Brock with a Pikachu was not happening. So you had to like, you know what I mean, go and train up a couple other Pokemon. But yeah, this was like
Okay.
for real. I loved Oblivion though.
Okay, and last but not least, Silent Hill F got a trailer, and I actually just watched it before the podcast, and that joint looked pretty good. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Yeah, I'm still like they didn't show no gameplay in that trailer. I was watching the like their little mini
That shit
showcase
right
that they did, but I didn't.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
fell
game.
asleep kind of on it.
It wasn't gameplay focused, but
Yeah,
I don't know. That joint looked interesting though as hell to me.
He was rocking
it
with the
does.
vibe.
What you say?
Yeah,
He was feeling the vibe. He was feeling the vibe.
Low, yeah, I was. I was. Yo, this shit look good, bro. And this shit does look like some in-engine shit though. It doesn't look like some CGI shit to me.
yeah.
Or did they
How did
confirm
it
that
look?
it was like some CGI shit? It looks like some in-engine
So
shit.
the
to me,
remake,
honestly.
the remake was my first time with playing any of the games. So
How'd you
What
feel
was
about
it?
the
You might be tapped into this.
I
huh?
liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it. It was probably my game of
Oh,
the
you
year from
did?
last year.
Really?
I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
So
Now this seemed
So,
to be
yeah.
like they got the this little young Asian chick in this trailer. The enemy designs and stuff. You see a little bit of like the threat, the enemies and stuff like that coming in. You got the fog and all of that. So it definitely seems like it has the vibe of the Silent Hill.
Mhm.
I just want to see like what the gameplay looking like. They was talking about it a little bit in the showcase, but like I said, I kind of fell asleep.
From
But
the way it's being presented, I don't think it's gonna play. It might not play more like a Silent Hill 2 though. Like Silent Hill 2, the remake by Blooper Team is low key just not as good Resident Evil 4. You know what I mean? Like it's.
you
I'm
think
not
it'd be like
I'm not
less
dissing
combat,
it,
less
but
action?
you never know. But I'm seeing her hold a pipe, and maybe it could be a little bit more hidden, more. How would you feel about that, Tony? If the gameplay was like more
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it
more
now. It also
melee pipe action going on there with like.
pause. But it looks like it's got kind of more of a cartoony kind of art style to it too, going on. Like if I'm looking at it, it's like it not cell shaded.
I see what you're trying to say. I
You
see
see what I'm
it's very
saying? You
it's
see what I'm
very
saying? There's some of
stylized.
the-
It's like
Yeah.
it's like a
yeah.
stylized style. Like I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I see
That's
that.
why it looks in the engine for sure. Like I don't
It
think
does
the
look
CGI. Like you
yeah,
said.
it looks an engine to me. CGI don't really be looking like this, so I don't know, man. I'm interested. I want to see more. I want to see more of it.
I'm
still.
interested.
Yeah,
I'm
I gotta see that
interested.
gameplay.
Yeah, I definitely want to see.
Did they say when it's supposed to be coming out?
You know what? I do not know. I think we can wish list it now on Steam, PlayStation,
Okay.
Xbox. I think it's on that, but
Yeah,
I don't
just
think
wish
it got a
list.
release date. Yeah, I don't think it got a release date.
That's a day one. That's a day one, I think.
Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Silent Hill F.
Yeah, I like the
Alright.
horror vibes. I'm with that.
All right.
You think
that's pretty-
Konami making a little comeback? You think they're making a little
Ooh,
comeback?
low
kinda
key,
are,
and
actually.
Delta,
They
and
really
this,
are.
And they did the Blooper
Yep.
Team joint too, right? So
Yeah,
and I swear
and
they
they
want to
signed
work.
on for another one.
Yeah, and they want to work on another
And
one.
Master
So
Duel. And Master
Master
Duel.
Duel's cooking. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. I don't know. Maybe Konami is making a little comeback. I never really.
If
thought
they
of
could
it
do
like
it-
that.
Kojima.
If they could do something with Castlevania and make like bring that back out.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Put a budget behind Castlevania. That's gonna be it.
Yeah, they could definitely
They got IP.
make a little. They could make a Capcom style comeback where they kind of leaned on the remakes
Yeah,
and
focus
then
on the remakes.
create
That's
a new
smart.
IP after that.
That's
That's
smart.
that's how you get back in the game. You play on nostalgia
For sure.
and then you build off of that.
Yeah, make some really good
sure, for
remakes
sure.
to the classic games that you've already made. I think honestly, Capcom pretty much made the template to get back in good graces. Because at one point in time, like Capcom was not cooking. Like I remember at one point in time that people weren't talking about them in the great light they are today. But they turned that
Right.
ship around, like with releases like Monster Hunter Worlds, the Resident Evil 2. I think 2 remake.
Monster Hunter is them too?
Yeah.
They do Monster Hunter. You know,
I
that's
didn't know,
always
I
been a
didn't know.
franchise it's always had a community, but it seems to have grown. Let me just say that. It seems to have grown a lot. Because it wasn't doing no fucking, like, I think that's a record for them. Like,
8
Wilds did a
million.
record for them. It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
doing no
yeah.
8 million and fucking, you know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, it wasn't
Yeah.
doing that.
That's like
Worlds.
a Capcom record. Like I don't even.
Yeah,
think
that's what I'm
like
saying.
a
That's what I'm
Monster
saying.
Hunter
Like,
record.
I don't think they have ever done anything like that before. You know, even Street Fighter games don't even be selling like that. And that's an IP that's been around for forever.
Right.
So, you know, it's nice to see because they actually have some really dope IP under their belt. So it's nice to see they're leaning on it, and they started off with just bringing back some of the classics. So maybe Konami could do the same. Maybe Konami could do the same. You know. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for the gaming topics that we have this week. It wasn't too much going on, but we still made it work. So yeah, man, I think we're gonna wrap up the podcast. I want to shout out to everyone who came through to watch the podcast live, and shout out to Tony and Dark for pulling up.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
You know what I
sir.
mean? Pulling up to the panel interviews. You know what I mean? So we're
Of
gonna
course, of course.
we're definitely gonna as we try to expand this podcast and make it bigger and greater than it ever was before, we're definitely gonna me and Jamie ain't gonna go lock in and do a couple more interviews and see what we're gonna lock in with so we can
Yes,
take it to
sir.
the
Yes,
next
sir.
level.
Yes, sir.
So I do appreciate y'all tapping in to the podcast and coming through, you know what I
Of
mean? I
course,
do
of
appreciate
course.
No
that,
problem, dog.
Appreciate you having me.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you
Yes,
having me.
sir. So hopefully you guys enjoy the show. J-Man, do you got any last words for the people before we out of here? When you gonna drop a video, bro?
Man, we ain't talking about no damn videos. Nigga, I'm focused on beating these games. I'm focusing on.
You ain't trying to pay. You ain't trying to pay that $250 in gift cards.
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm focused on these games. I'm focused on my physical and mental health. You might not see a
Yes, sir.
video from me for the rest of this year. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't even liked it like that. So
J-Main is literally a good gaming. I mean, is the J-Main exclusive, low key, bro.
that's a fact. That's where
If it
you're gonna
wasn't for
find me
this
talking my
podcast,
shit.
you would not see this guy, bro. You see this guy on the
That's
timeline. That's it.
That's a that's a fact. But nah, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Shout out to Dark, Tony. Of course, y'all already know what it is. And just because this was a tryout doesn't mean that y'all not welcome on here.
Yeah, that's facts.
At
That's
any
facts.
point, like y'all
That's
cool
facts.
people, so always welcome back.
Appreciate that.
And yeah, we definitely going to see y'all next week.